All right, it looks like we are back with more event region data mining. Hello, Hot Pocket. How's it going?
Hello. Going pretty well.
Excellent. As people watching can probably hear my voice, I am battling a bit of a cold, so sorry about that. I don't know. I'm apologizing for that, but I'm excited to be getting back into this, though. Last stream, we found some funny stuff. Quitting and reloading in the Battle Stoicism Gazebo refills your health in the remaster. Did anyone even know that? Like,
I didn't do any searches for it or anything, but that seems unlikely that people would know about it.
Yeah, pretty funny. So yeah, weird. We're continuing to find weird stuff. I'm trying to think of like what else we found in the last stream that was kind of interesting. Most interesting things to me were the fact that we have a cut like invasion location for Chester was kind of neat. And also the one random added point light to the Ulasil did the transition to like the Chasm of the Abyss was weird, but
yeah, that was like the DS1R specific stuff was specifically
weird.
added there.
Exactly.
That was interesting, and I guess also the elevator enemy wall. Mm-hmm. Which we might see more of because we're going to see some more elevator stuff, I think. But yeah, that one took me by surprise a little that the chained prisoner had something there specifically that may or may not work. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm forgetting. Yeah, the dynamic invisible enemy walls was a big surprise too. So
yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Androb for bringing that to my attention. So I'm curious if I missed any more of those in the game as well. So I might have to poke his brain about that. As always, give me just a few more moments to get everything set up here in the stream. But yeah, in a moment, we'll just crack open the DLC map and finish that area off before moving on to the catacombs.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a ton of interesting stuff left in the DLC here. We haven't seen any of the boss-related regions, like their fog gates and their background music and stuff like that. So I know that stuff is coming up. Mm-hmm. But we might have some surprises here and there. So, yeah.
Excellent. Let's see. Just posting the link to the stream in a couple places, and then we'll get started. Are you using Excel? No, this is just like Google Docs, Google Sheets, whatever you call it.
Although if we want to talk about Excel, From used Excel quite a bit for this game. A lot of the param data and stuff, like if you look internally, and I think there's some behind the scenes like videos that they made, where you can see them very clearly entering a lot of this like parameter data and stuff into Microsoft Excel. So there's some indication that they did a bunch of this stuff specifically using Excel and then dumping it out as some proprietary format, which is not how I would do it, I don't think. But right. I guess, they come up with what works for them. Who knows if they still use that, but yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I remember Kingborn in the past has like stumbled upon some mistakes that he felt like was them just making a mistake in Excel or whatever. And I can't remember what specific examples off the top of my head, but that's very funny. There are some mistakes in the game because, oopsie, we made a small mistake, a minor mistake in Excel. Pretty great. Yeah, we'll load up the DLC map here. Hey, welcome back, Sabo Tower. Turn sounds down, it's a little noisy. Oh yeah, let me scroll down in the spreadsheet and see where we left off.
Yeah, the place that we left off was this test box. I did a little bit more looking at this, but not a ton. So I can't say that it's actually used for anything specifically, but it does show up in a different event that is also very clearly testing something, where or at least I thought it did, but there's a similar region anyway, if not the same region, where they're clearly, again, testing if something is going to happen, but the event has been stripped down such that it basically doesn't do anything. But it's kind of one of these: if you enter this region, turn something on. If you exit the region, then turn it back off. And I think it's called like spell test or something like that. And it's talking about a similar type of thing. It's not. Oh no, it is this region, I think. Yeah. And so again, it's basically just waiting for something to happen, but then nothing comes of it. But it's called spell test, so I have to wonder if this was they're doing a lot of the work specifically in the DLC, as we saw for Battle of Stoicism stuff and so on. And so they just put a test box somewhere for maybe that at one point would have triggered a spell effect so that they could test some of their visual effects or something along those lines. And then this box just got left behind because of that.
Gotcha. So we can scroll down then, because I've got a bunch of negative ones in document. Some of those are Mountain Stream Patrol Point.
These are obviously points, and they're -1s, or actually they're not points; they're cylinders.
Mm-hmm.
But they're -1, so they won't show up in the display. But yeah, they're just in the stream down to Kalameet's arena. There's just a couple of them dotted along the entire stream, so potentially they were thinking about having maybe the dogs or something patrol
Walking back
through
and
there.
forth. Yeah, because there is the only patrolling enemy I could think
pairs. So yeah,
the only patrolling enemy I could think of in the DLC is the Stone Guardian. There's a couple that patrol, so maybe they had some of them in mind for down there, or like you said, it could be the dogs that were already down there.
Yeah, nothing references it, and it, the translation of the name is Mountain Stream, which makes sense. That is a stream there, but it doesn't say what enemies that it would be. So I can only imagine that it's the dog because a lot of the points are, near where some of the dogs are spawning, maybe.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's kind of like, well, there's, two or some of them near some of the dogs and so on. I don't know for sure, but I could see them having it so that the dog would have walked back and forth between a couple points, but maybe they just decided against it because it's kind of a extremely minor thing, because presumably if you got at all close to it, the dog would aggro on you, and then you wouldn't notice it. And maybe the intention was, well, if you're looking down into the ravine from the upper area, you could see them doing it, but I don't even know that they're drawn from up there. So maybe they just abandoned it for that reason as well.
Okay, so scrolling down the document, the next thing we have is the Artorias BGM sound region. There should really be no mysteries there, but I'll still visualize it since,
Yeah, people like seeing how much it encompasses the arena.
Right, exactly. It'd be funny if they were like, if there's one tiny corner where the music stops. But again, that probably would have been discovered by now, so almost certainly not. Let's enter draw, region draw. I have to scroll down probably pretty far. Let's see.
Yeah, we did leave off close to the end.
Is that the BGM box? What's the ID on this? This is
12128.
2890. Okay, I think I went too far down the list. There we go. 2890. Yep, that looks like this was not gonna. Yeah, there weren't going to be any issues encompassing the arena here. That is quite large. Yeah, way taller than it needed to be, but also it doesn't hurt. Look, I almost wonder if there's any reason to not make them just the size of the entire map. I guess if you found a way to glitch outside of a boss fight after it started, they didn't want it. Or I guess if you're like a co-op someone who hasn't entered the boss fight yourself, they don't want music playing across them. I don't know.
I'm not entirely sure why they do it this way.
Well, okay. No mysteries there. What do we have next? We have entrance hitboxes.
All this stuff is going to, or these next 3 or whatever are going to be for Artorias. So this is this Foggate stuff.
Let's see. Oh, yep. Here's a fog gate. And next one is probably just the other side of the fog gate, or is this going to be cutscene trigger or something? Oh, yeah, it's the directional thing when you walk through the fog gate.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, so I should talk about the directional things, because I did notice, actually, in adding timestamps to the VOD, that someone in the chat before, apologies for forgetting who asked, we looked at the new fog gate here, and it didn't have one of those on the opposite sides. If someone was asking a question like, wait a second, can you go through this fog gate at a weird angle, the one to the gazebo, if it doesn't have that on the opposite side? But it looks like boss fog gates and mid-level fog gates are set up differently fundamentally. It's boss fog gates where they typically have this little directional thing on the opposite side of them that anchors you and has you face the correct direction when you walk through fog gate. And to show an example of this, if I stand over here, it's going to turn me towards it so I don't like walk through the wall. We're going to see the cutscene because it's boss with a cutscene. But if we go to a mid-level checkpoint anywhere else in the game, I'm trying to think, does the DLC have any mid-level checkpoints? No.
No, I think they stopped doing that.
Yeah, aside from the weird one. Well, you know, I can just say, from having tested other ones, well, I'll use this other one as an example. Let's look at what happens when we use this one. I'm going to stand as far off to the side as I possibly can. We teleport, and then re-angle. So, boss fog gates actually work differently from other fog gates. Boss fog gates use that anchor point and don't teleport you. Other fog gates don't have that anchor point, and they do teleport you to the center of the fog gate and like kind of re-angle you. So that's why non-boss fog gates don't need that little like anchor point somewhere on the opposite side. So I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, and I think even maybe the one for the Battle of Stoicism, I think Q-Lock maybe used a point there as well, and of course points don't show up in your list.
Yes.
So
yeah, and I don't know how other ones, if they don't have a point, use it, but maybe they're using the angle of the thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing, because those mid-region or whatever, they can just specify like basically use the width of the fog gate or whatever for this. I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some minor details here. Again, if we had one of the FromSoft programmers here or designers here, they could probably say, oh yeah, we use this in this case and it's got all this stuff baked into it for how it works. But yeah, we just kind of have to rely on testing manually to know some of this stuff.
Yep, exactly. Okay, so what is next on the list? We have battle start. That sounds pretty self-explanatory. I'm guessing this is immediately on the other side of the fog gate since the fight does start instantly. Yes.
Yep.
All right, that's pretty self-explanatory. The region that starts the fight. And then we have elevator stuff. Let me scroll the spreadsheet down a little bit.
Yeah, and I probably should at least look and see in the event scripts what some of these are being used for.
And I just have to guess which elevator, so I can...
This is, I believe, the shortcut down to the Hell Bridge. Right after the township bonfire, that elevator.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, yep. Oh, interesting. It's the size of the whole elevator shaft. I actually wasn't expecting something like that.
Yeah. What does it do here?
Yeah, wait, what?
If the player is in this area and some event flag is set, and activate a particular collision, and then otherwise restart, which deactivates the collision.
Are we getting more temporary enemy walls or something like that? Although we didn't actually have to...
It could be... it's kind of backwards given what I would expect here, but yeah. Oh yeah, enemy wall switching. So yeah, that is.
Oh, cool.
If you're currently riding it or in this region, I think it's going to turn on an enemy wall.
All right. Yeah. Let's visualize that then.
I don't know which enemy wall. I mean, I can probably find it, but I might be able to find it easier than me.
Yeah. I'll There we go. Huh. That one's it's staying for longer than the. So this one is like set up differently than the.
Yeah, it looks like it waits 5 seconds.
5 seconds, where like the one by the chain prisoner was like 2 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, something. Yeah, that sounds right.
Cool.
And all of these, at least as far as I can tell, I think all of these elevators that we're going to see a bunch. People can't see the full sheet, but there's one, elevator 0, elevator 1, elevator 2, 3, 4. They're all being called by the same thing, so they're all going to have the exact same logic associated with it. They're all going to have this 5 seconds, and so if we figure something out about one, it should be true about all of them, except I think there's one specific one that that says it works it has special logic that says if it's this elevator though, do 2 seconds, which is odd, but anyway.
Gotcha. Cool. All right, more dynamic enemy walls that I did not know existed when I made my invisible walls video. Damn it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I guess we haven't seen an area that would have an elevator yet outside of the DLC, other than the Firelink one, which doesn't really have to worry about putting enemy walls because they can just block them entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing.
I wonder if we're going to see this more.
Right, we know for sure the top of the Firelink elevator doesn't have that dynamic wall. Well, no, because if it waited for you to ride it, then tiptoeing back there could still cause enemy. Yeah, I don't know. The enemies, we know they frequently like disappear trying to go into that elevator shaft, so I feel like they're not there, but who knows? It could also be the type of thing they added to the DLC and weren't doing throughout the base game. Starting to care more, like polish. Activation condition area. All of this stuff is pretty self-explanatory. Well,
this one's kind of.
Oh, this one's
odd.
Weirdly placed though. Wait. Yeah. Wait. What? 2004. What's this?
When you go in this just sets an event flag that then is used in the elevator condition, or in this kind of fairly complicated logic for how to figure out what the elevator is doing. I think this is used when you walk through it. It's what triggers the elevator to come back down. Maybe, or no, because you should have to stand on the button.
We should have to stand on the button. So weird. Is there like some safety redundancy? Like their elevator was.
Let me see what this event is named. I imagine it's just named elevator.
Hoshi has a guess. Oh, you know what? That allows you to start using the call buttons because you can't. If we never activated this elevator in the first place, I'm guessing landing on.
Yeah, this stops the entire event from working basically if you aren't in this box. And I think I'm looking at the event that figures out where the elevator should be. So I would imagine if you quit back to reset everything such that this shortcut doesn't work, and you came down here and tried to use the button to call, or try to use any of the buttons to call the elevator, it's not going to work until you actually pass through this region.
Yeah, let's give that a go. I think that's right.
Does it give you an elevator buff? No, this does not work on special effects. This is just going to set an event flag. They don't need to have it be temporary. It's just if you've ever passed through here, then we can allow the elevator to work.
I'm starting to remember which bonfire is which for teleporting around. Nice. Yeah, I think... Did I not? I didn't fully back out. Damn it. Okay, let's try that again. Alright, now elevator is reset. Teleport to the township bonfire. Yep, this is so this is safety against dropping onto this and getting the shortcut early. That's exactly what that is.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I imagine they just realized that maybe people could fall down the elevator and maybe like land on the button, which
Yep.
you can do in other elevators in the game. So I wonder if they were, because this is obviously DLC, if they were now aware of people being able to do that and said, hey, we should actually like put logic in here so that you have to somehow have walked out of the elevator or into the elevator in this case to treat it as being active. You can't just like use the button as though you would expect, right? Like this elevator, if it was a real thing, you should just be able to press the button. But
I gotta move it to me and see what happens. Like if it's gonna suddenly activate like while I'm on it. Yeah,
I think you still have to press the button though. But
oh no, because I was already on. I was like on the button, so it just worked right away.
That's fun.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Let's ride back down the elevator. I did put that back where it belongs.
Yeah, Hoshi has a good point. If you somehow touched that region, you should be able to just call the elevator immediately from the top as well, right? Like without ever secretly unlock. I'm not sure about that. Again, this logic is fairly complicated.
Yeah, well, we can test it right now and find out. Let's see.
Because I think it may actually be checking for one of those flags before treating it as working. But if you save and quit or something like that, maybe it would work. I'm not entirely sure.
Let's see here.
But yeah, that would be kind of cool to know.
Okay, so we're going to go down and touch that, but not touch anything else. I'll go up the outside of the elevator shaft. So we definitely just walked through that space. Go up the outside. Yeah, I don't think calling it's working, actually. Yeah, right. You're right. So we did have to do more.
So I guess they just added it as double protection. Not only do you have to hit the button, but you also need to have gone through this region at some point.
Cool. All right. Oops, I'm going.
We have two regions that should be fairly self-explanatory, but are just going to be the buttons themselves, right? We saw that buttons aren't real objects in this game. You walk into them and then they light up or whatever as a consequence of walking into one of these regions.
Exactly. Here we go. Yep. So I skipped the one at the bottom, the 103, because we know. But that's yeah. So again, I can, for demonstration purposes, I can just move one again. Actually, I'll show the other one while we're down here. Yeah, there we go.
I want to call these, like the translation says, bottom call button. They're different from the elevator region themselves.
So again, I can just move this one to the wrong place, and it'll call the elevator when I walk through it. Fun.
And we're not even, like, you could do further data mining with this, because we are not, like, I could, but it would take way longer. I could go and read the script to just verify that it's not, like, secretly doing something else when you walk in this region the first time, for example, right? Like, they could absolutely make it so that the first time you call the elevator, it activates a treasure somewhere. Now, we know that's not happening, right? We understand that where all the items are in the game or something. But they absolutely could have special logic. They don't have to just be tied to the elevator. And so maybe there's more here, that it's changing some Navmesh or triggering an AI interrupt for an enemy or all these types of things. I highly doubt it, but we're not even doing that. We're just trying to see if there's any regions that we're unfamiliar with.
Exactly.
So, yeah, there's always more to do in this game, and really any game.
Yeah, so 101 is the button on the elevator when it's at the bottom, and 100 is the button on the elevator in the top position.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what's next. So if you're getting that weird currently riding area, I'm wondering which elevator shaft this is for the next one. If this is going to be Chasm of Abyss elevator shaft, or if it's going to be...
Looks like this is... Where are we?
Is it the...
this is over... riding down on your way to Chester, but the one that you would do, not the shortcut, the other side of the bridge, that one. So just after you meet all the gardeners and stuff, and you're on your way to...
Yeah. Gotcha.
Basically where Alvina is in the present. That one.
Oops. Started Artorias' boss fight again. Let's ignore him. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, so it's this elevator shaft. Yeah, we can call it the Alvina elevator shaft. If we want.
Of course, Alvina isn't in this one, but
she's not in this one, but that's that's how we know what to call it.
Yeah.
We're saying that because the Alvina's perched in this window in the present day.
And I think you have pointed out in the video, it doesn't really make sense exactly what the present-future connection is here. Like, did they build a bridge in between at some point?
Yeah, it's like some of the ruins are exactly the same. Like, oh, this rubble pile. So it's like, okay, it's the same building, but like you renovated it to open up this wall here and build a bridge between them, but you didn't touch any of this, and you also filled up the floor to get rid of the elevator shaft. Like, it's like a little confusing, but they don't want you to think about it at that level.
It's magic.
It's magic. They rebuilt it, and then it fell apart the exact same way over time. Like, aside from the renovated bits, I don't know.
Yes. Convenient.
A wizard did it. Yes, thank you, Sabo. That's exactly. Yeah, so like 112 is the button for calling it in the top position. I'm guessing 113 is the button for calling it. Yep, in the bottom position. Let me scroll down the spreadsheet a little bit. Yeah. You've already got that filled out.
Yeah, and I guess it makes sense that here they don't have that protection region because you can't really get to, like, you'd have to fall down the other shortcut elevator and then come over here to activate it. This elevator does not have empty space that you can fall down, and also it doesn't do you any good. You're like, the whole point is to ride it down in the first place. So, yeah, I can see why they have a protection region for the other elevator, but not this one.
Maybe it'd be playing with fire, but I'm almost a little surprised there aren't some elevator shafts that have dynamic kill planes in them.
Well, and I wonder about that because I think some of the logic does potentially turn on collisions, but I can't see it in my viewer.
Right.
So I'd have to go back through the scripts and say, are these turning on a collision somewhere? I suspect they are.
Mm-hmm. Elevator 2 is, or the 2125 is exactly, it's the other side of the Chester. We can call it the Chester elevator.
Yeah, and this one does have a enable region because it's a shortcut elevator, so same deal, I think.
Yeah.
Chester elevator.
Yeah, 24 is the activation region. Yep. Exactly. And then, yeah, 23 is the button at the bottom.
Because, of course, the way that speedrunners or somebody actually does this is they don't jump down and die and somehow do it. They meme roll to the bottom, and then they just walk through the region. And also, they don't need to open the shortcut anyway, because
they're not doing. But exactly.
But yeah, in principle, it's like it's funny that it's entirely defeated because you can just survive the fall down the elevator shaft.
Yep. That's why I'm kind of surprised. Oh, well, yeah, because even if there was like a kill plane, dynamic kill plane, you could meme roll through that as well, I guess.
I think you might need to use fall control for that, but yeah.
Yeah. It is interesting, though, that, like... Yeah, because most elevator shafts, well, like, if you die falling out them, there'll be, like, a kill plane out the bottom somewhere. But it is interesting that the top side of an elevator shaft could be protected if they wanted to bother with a dynamic. But again, I could see them just like being like, nope, Like, if anything goes wrong with that, we don't want the player dying
people are
while
just
they
gonna
ride an
die.
elevator. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
if we implement this slightly incorrectly and there's some glitch related to this, that'd be very bad design. So, best to avoid it.
Yeah, the next one is the one from this same area down into the
chasm. It's gonna
chasm.
be,
Yeah.
this one over here. Yep.
And again, this one has an activation region. I feel like this does have a dynamic kill plane, though, because I don't feel like you fall the entire way down the elevator before you die, right? Or is it just you're hitting the, like, falling timer? But I don't know. I thought you went into death camp before that.
Let's find out. Let me make myself not invincible. It looks like you totally fall all the way down before you die.
Oh,
yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
I could have sworn. I mean, I've never really intentionally fallen down that elevator, so it's not like I'm paying close attention to what's happening. That's funny.
Yeah, my inclination would be to put like a dynamic kill plane there. But again, for the reasons I just talked about, I can see why the developers would not want to touch that.
Yeah. I wonder if they do this in later games.
Dark Souls 1 does have the falling timer, but it's really long. It's really long.
Right.
I think it's really long in all their games up to and including Bloodborne. It's a 30-second fall timer. It's not until Dark Souls 3 that it's like 12 seconds or 3 seconds, depending on the context. And Elden Ring uses the same 12/3 second dynamic. It's interesting. I don't know how they implemented it, but like in Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring, if you get caught like in midair, like falling, it's a 12-second timer. It somehow knows, though, I don't know if it's tracking like change to your Y coordinates. Like if you're out of bounds somewhere and you're actually like lowering in height as you fall, but there's no kill plane around, it kills you much faster. It kills you in 3 seconds instead of 12. So they sort of they figured out some sort of clever check, being like, well, have a more lenient timer if you do get stuck in a falling animation somewhere inbounds, because there's a chance you might correct. You know, like it might,
right.
You might wind up on ground again. But they know, like, oh wait, you're falling somewhere weird, and you didn't hit a kill plane. Like let's just kill you.
Yeah, and I do wonder how that works, because as we've seen, they kind of rely on regions for basically everything. They don't just have some inherent idea of what in versus out of bounds is. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd be very curious about that.
Yeah, it must be tracking, like it's knowing that you've passed some threshold and changing Y coordinate during a fall animation. It's that's the only thing I could think of on how to implement something like that. Elevator.
Yeah, and this final elevator is the one that initially brings you down to the Chasm of the Abyss.
Okay, cool. I'll go ahead.
I can see all of the regions in here. There's a region way later on that's also in this elevator shaft that I don't know what it's for. So we'll get to that at some point, but I'm just like, oh, cool. It's weird. None of the other ones have the equivalent for this, and obviously it doesn't show up in the in this list of all these elevator regions. So I'm like, did they come back and add something specifically to this elevator? And if so, what does that represent? Anyway, spoilers, I guess. But yeah, I'm seeing a cylinder in this elevator, so it's kind of interesting.
Okay. Curious. Scroll back down, get to this elevator shaft.
What do we want to call this? Because this isn't a shortcut. We just want to say chasm, like initial elevator, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, that works. Chasm entrance elevator, maybe?
Entrance works too.
Yeah, I'll just scroll down the spreadsheet because we already understand what these things are.
It's interesting that, again, clearly they were like, when they're designing this region, they're like, oh, elevators are really useful here. Like, we haven't seen very many so far, and now here's 5 of them. And I know that thinking about the DLC, like I was looking at a lot of elevators, but actually seeing them all one after the other is like, right, this area is very vertical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we got a couple sound regions that you're not going to be able to see. One's in Chasm of the Abyss, and one of them... Oh, this one's just a message region? Huh. Right, this is the hint message by the light wall.
Gotcha. Rabarbarium in chat asked, Chasm of the Abyss disables fall damage, right? Yes, we did look at that in the last stream. Going into the boss room. It makes you invincible for 2 seconds. Oh, not Chasm, we meant Fort King's Place. Yeah, we'll see when we get to New London how is it implemented. I'm assuming it's the same deal.
Yeah, I believe it's very similar.
It probably checks that you have the ring on and then makes you invincible probably for a couple seconds once you hit the ground.
Yeah, I think it's funny because as a player, you're like, oh, it must be canceling my fall damage. But no, it's straight up making you invincible for the entire duration of it.
Yeah, if there was an enemy that could hit you the second you landed on the ground in like the Manus boss room, you wouldn't take damage.
Yeah.
This is very funny. Hilarious. So yeah, 503.
Yeah, this is called P Old Territory. This is up by the Stone Guardians. I believe these are their patrol points.
I knew it. I was just about to say, I'm like, this has got to be.
But what's interesting is I don't think you'll be able to see these -1s, and obviously they're not going to be... Or no, they are referenced. Okay. But they don't... I guess that means I should be looking at the scripts for these ones in particular. If the Stone Guardian is then, being told to only use these sometimes, or I'm not entirely sure how this works. Yeah, it shows up in an event script. Let me read that event.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Let me give myself Ring of Fog, too, so they don't see me so easily. Who knows? They might have already seen me. Windows sound.
I think these ones are specifically because these patrol points are it's forcing it to do the animation, right, rather than just patrolling between them.
Oh, that makes sense. I never really thought like the animation where they peer around to be like looking for you.
Yeah, because if you think about some of the patrol points like we saw with the mushrooms, they can't do anything. It's just like go here, then go here, then go here. So they had to have to do something a little extra to have them stop and do some special AI stuff.
Cool. Yeah, let me turn them back on so they can actually do what they're supposed to do. Wait, actually, before they do that, let me turn on if there's other boxes for them out here. It's kind of like in the same spot.
Yeah, there's going to be a bunch of them.
Oh, there's a bunch of them. Okay.
There's ones for different guys here. But yeah, there's a bunch out here.
Let me see what this gets us. So yeah, when this dude hits this box over here, he's gonna start peering. He's gonna like look. Yep, there he is. Let me zoom in with free cam. I love that. It's a really cool animation that's like easy to not notice. So cool. Harmony said you should help the backlogs do the not get detected by enemies. I just saw the thumbnail for that a little while ago and I was like, oh shit, I don't have time to watch that before the stream, so I don't know how much. Obviously, Backlogs referenced my small video like the day before it came out, so I'm sure he's well aware of like all the stuff I've been talking about.
Yeah, but I did watch that video. Yeah, he's now incorporated some smell information into what counts as getting detected.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, yeah. I did screw up on the stray demon. I have to issue a correction at the start of the next video when I get to the one on site. So hopefully I didn't steer him too wrong there, because you can avoid being detected by the stray demon. He technically he is aware of you when you fall into the fight, but he doesn't do anything because of a low battle start distance. It's very funny. Yeah.
I don't get the Japanese name either because it just says Movement P, like Old Territory. My only thought is territory might refer to like the DLC, but I'm not entirely sure
Hmm.
what P is referring to here. If there's some like basically like Japanese slang or something that we're not clued in on. We're also going to see that there's another set of patrol points. Although I think those are unused. Maybe we can go look at them, but
Yeah.
or what you can't. But the general area, see if there's any patrolling happening.
Why did I lose the ones that I've in the 2503? Here they are. I was like so confused.
One thing for the backlogs is he's still trying to judge if something has gone into like worn state or anything like that. Like he doesn't have debug, he can't do that.
Right.
In the middle of the run, and so I was like, man, this is where people doing these challenge runs like should, I say should as though they have to, but it would be cool if they were reaching out to the modding community, because obviously a modder could make it so that when this enemy enters this state, like they change color or something, or whatever comes, like you were detected, and do all this fancy stuff. I know then it'd be technically a modded run and whatever, but just to I thought that he's still having to look at each enemy and be like, does it see me yet?
Right.
Or is it just turned to face, and that type
Right.
of thing. Obviously the game itself can perfectly display whether or not something's in worn mode or whatever.
Yeah. I wish the text display for an enemy's behavior has a draw distance on it from the enemy, which is a little annoying in debug. So like, if an enemy's in a null state, you can't tell unless you're like the camera is like within like 30 meters. I'm making that number up. I have no idea. But it would be cool if it had like an infinite range on that text. Okay. So there's a couple boxes out here, but these ones should be used. Because that guy comes over here.
Yeah, I think there's two guys that patrol. There's number 4 and number 7 are the guys that are patrolling out here.
Yeah, let me double check.
Yeah, we're talking about Lemon's vid.
Yep, number 7, he's out here, and number 4, exactly right.
Kind of interesting because some of these points are actually shared between two of them. Normally, I would expect their patrol paths to be just like completely separate, but
right.
Obviously not.
Cool.
Yeah. And then the next set, I don't think they'll show up in your display because they don't have IDs, but it's this next 5 of them. Anyway, it's over by right after the first township bonfire. You get to the where there's the first sorcerer and all of the bloatheads on that little like terrace right before the shortcut elevator. There's basically the corners of that have a patrol path around it.
Oh, interesting.
I think that must be unused, essentially, because I feel like I've never seen them walking around, and it doesn't look like it's attached to any enemy AI. But yeah, that's if people.
Yeah, I'm quite confident that's unused. Even if we got close enough to like aggro enemies and then de-aggro them or something like that, like.
Yeah, but basically there's just one in each corner of this little terrace. So
Interesting.
I guess maybe at some point they were going to have a bloathead just going around in a square, kind of like they had that one near the Mimic. So who knows? Maybe they were initially intending the press key Mimic to be up here, and I don't know. I don't want to speculate too much, but
interesting. Okay.
Cool.
Let's scroll down the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm just going to do a couple of these -1s. The next is Golden Chimera stuff, so that's going to be Sanctuary Guardians things.
Ah, yes. What am I looking for? Here we go.
These are just going to be water sounds for the, like if you fall into the river, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Splash sound effects, I think, or something along those lines for Sanctuary Guardians Arena. Yeah, just some little frog sounds in the Sanctuary Guardians Arena. Okay. I guess I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
You hear frogs?
Yeah, I think you can hear like a little like kind of like chirping, croaking sounds. Let's see.
And it looks like a box that surrounds the entire Battle of Stoicism, but it doesn't seem like it's used for anything. It's just called Fighting Arena, so, maybe they were going to have some background music or something while you were doing that, just decided against it. I don't know.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, here's the BGM for Sanctuary Guardian Visualize. That's fun. Again, there's no corner of the arena that sticks out of the box, sadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, even that weird like shortcut route that people discover, that's within the box for a pretty decent distance of it. I have to sneeze, but it's not happening. That was the worst. Okay. 2888. What is this? Oh, just entrance. This is yeah, okay. It's gonna be this side of the fog gate. No mystery there. This is gonna be probably the direction thing on the other side of the boss fog. Yep. It's floating cylinder, or not cylinder, but floating box. And then we're going to have the opposite side of the fog gate for actually activating the fight.
Yeah. And again, because there's no cutscene here, this is basically just kicking invaders out. Can you get invaded in this area?
Yes. Yes, you 100% can. Yeah, this and the entrance to Ceaseless, I always point out as being the two most obscure multiplayer locations in the game.
Yeah.
Because if you can summon co-op help, you can be invaded. There's never an instance where that's not true. And yes, so you can find summon signs in this hallway, which means you can also invade in here. So I remember back in the day on PS3 doing a bunch of invasions here, and you'd find a lot of AFK hosts because they're just not expecting this to be a multiplayer zone. So yeah, this is the smallest multiplayer location in the game. It's very funny. Hey, welcome, Simon. Okay, so what is 2003? Let me scroll the spreadsheet down.
I believe this is for the lesser Sanctuary Guardian, hence why it says all the rest of the stuff is Golden Chimera Mob, because it's the group of them. I believe this is a region over by the, or one side or the other, that tells it to face the correct direction when you approach it.
Here it is. How that seems really close to the fog gate. Did I select the wrong one? Is it?
There's also other checks here for if you're standing on certain collisions.
That would do it. That would do it then. Yeah, because 2003 is right on the opposite side of the...
Yeah, so it's actually checking for you standing on collision 3020, 3021, and...
I guess
yeah, 30... One of them is over by the other door. One of them is here. I guess they just added a box here because reasons. I would have figured that they would just have one collision on one side, one collision on the other. It seems like they supplemented it with this box as well.
Right. I'll demonstrate this for chat. Again, I might have done it at some point on stream, but just to show what we're actually talking about. Well, there's a couple things I can show. What is Artorias' character ID, model number, whatever?
Check. We fly over and see Artorias. He is 4100.
4100. Thank you. 4100. Here he is. So we're gonna just remotely kill Artorias from here. We can prove that this is the trigger for making the lesser Sanctuary Guardians show up. But it does take 10 seconds. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I cut that a little fast. Did I kill the wrong? And did I get Artorias' soul? There we go.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So this is also interesting here. So they know what we were just talking about. They always know what direction to face. So if you warp to this bonfire, they face in this direction. But And this isn't just because I walked by them now. If I rest at this bonfire and then die. I'm seeing double here. 4 Sanctuary Guardians. Classic. Okay, now that we have a fresh load and that we're spawning from this side, they're going to be facing this direction. So that's what Hot Pocket was just talking about with the game checking like which collisions you're on. That's so funny though. Like, so does that mean that if I were to, like, how do they handle this? Are they just gonna like turn around suddenly when I like touch down over here?
Yeah, it should tell them to do an AI replan to face them in the right way.
I would like to see that happen, but how do I do this without?
You could turn off the map rendering, I guess.
Yeah, or I'll just like fix the free cam, I guess.
Or that.
I'm rolling around somewhere, but I don't know where from. I
don't know where the collision segments are, because you might have to like start walking up towards.
Oh wait, did I have them turned off again? I did. Sometimes free cam like breaks like enemy stuff though. Or is it a one-time thing if they've already been told to like face a direction?
No, it should.
Oh yeah, now they face. So I missed the moment where it happened, but whatever. I'm too lazy to make that happen again. Fun. Yeah, wonder why 10 seconds timer. I legit have absolutely no idea, Jisoo. Yeah, because
let me look.
There's other places in the game where they don't bother with that. Like again, if you remotely kill Capra Demon from Firelink Shrine, you see Rhea and company spawn instantly, and it's kind of like you couldn't get here in under 10 seconds of killing Artorias, obviously. So it's like, why would that even be put in there? While you take a look at that, I'm going to go and refill my water. Be back in a second.
Let's see here. That is not the right command. That is not the right event. Let me see. I need to find Artorias' death event. Where is it? There's an ID. Okay, so then it's going to set this flag. Okay. Right, I forgot something. I forgot I have made a small change to this. Let's see. One, 2, 1, 0, 800. That's the main one. So
cool. I'm back.
It's gonna be 801. Victor home. Just trying to find the command that turns the Sanctuary Guardians, the lesser Sanctuary Guardians on.
Gotcha. Let's see if I can. Oh. Maybe I can see it turn around from this side. The top of this hallway should count as the collision. No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Handle boss defeat 820. Yeah. Wait fixed. Oh, this is why I couldn't find it. It's not 10 seconds. It's 17 seconds.
17. No wonder my count was off and it took a little bit longer. Yeah, that's weird as hell.
Yeah, 17 seconds. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it does anything extra like in the middle. It's not like it waits 17 seconds to do something and then it also does the Sanctuary Guardians, so that's why there's a delay there. No, it waits 17 seconds to disable Artorias, enable Karen. I mean, bring them into loading. They don't just pop in and out of existence, but it unloads them and so on. And then, enable the Sanctuary Guardians. It kind of looks like somebody just put this at the end of that event, so maybe they weren't really thinking too carefully about it. But yeah, 17 seconds, kind of a weird number that they came up with.
Yeah, really weird. You're really getting outsmarted here. I know, Jizu, every time I'm like trying to like spot the Sanctuary Guardians turn around, it's never the moment. So now I have to do it. Now I have to do it because like they keep winning, and we can't have that. So
did you try de-rendering the map?
Yeah, that would be the easiest way, wouldn't it? Okay, all right, hold on. So they're facing this way again. Now I'm just gonna de-render the map from over here, and it'll be fine. It'll work this time. Okay, so they're looking away. Game rend. Map, we are back in mapless. They turned around instantly while I debug dashed. So it almost looked like a jump cut. So we did see it. We did see it in real time. But it, like, if you were being really picky about it, like, it was a little jank. Like, it looked like I suddenly moved when they suddenly moved. That was very funny.
Yeah, I imagine that if you went back to the other bonfire, that might be in a different piece of collision.
So maybe
all of this stuff is probably just one big piece. So maybe getting them to turn around the other way is easier.
Let's see. No, they turned around instantly. God damn it. Stop.
Yeah, you'd probably have to go pretty far past Elizabeth and everything. So.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna see it finally. No, they don't like it from the top of this hallway. So the second I try debug dashing through this thing, they're gonna like complain.
Yeah,
it's always when I'm moving the camera. So fine, Sanctuary Guardians win. Whatever, I give up. They won this battle. Jerks. That's funny. Okay, let's go down the spreadsheet here. We have battle start. Is it? I'm guessing this is for. Which Foggate didn't we do yet? Was this for? Let's see.
This is going to be for the Lesser Sanctuary Guardians. I think they have a separate battle start or separate set of battle start regions.
Gotcha. Let's see. Event. Oh, did I go too?
So it's just going to check if you're. Oh, this is interesting. So it checks if you're in this first region, but not in the following two regions. Or you have shot an arrow at them or something.
Am I just missing it? What the heck? Here we go. Oh, I forgot that the list is a lot longer because I'm closer to Dark Root. So it's loading. Right. It's loading Dark Root's like stuff. Okay, that's why I was like so confused. I was like, "What?" Like I thought we were near the bottom of the list. We are technically, but well, hold on. Is that not what was happening? Okay, yeah. Here we are. Okay. So this is.
These are weirdly large regions for this.
Yeah, 2003. Let me display that. Oh yeah, that was the opposite side of the. Okay, that's what we were just on.
Yeah.
2004.
Having trouble figuring out where exactly the size of this region.
Oh yeah, yeah. This one encompasses the whole arena easily. 2004.
Yeah, so they start their battle with you if you're in this region, but not the next two regions. So the next two regions are going to basically carve out sections of this region that that shouldn't be counted, and they're quite large because they only have so much fidelity with these regions.
Oh yeah, so this should mark the boundary where like they like choose to like kind of roar at you.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because now it's like truly beginning.
Yeah,
Fun.
Once you actually enter the true battle thing, it forces them to play an animation separated by 15 frames, so they're not doing it at the exact same time.
Oh, look at
And
that.
then
Good, smart.
Enables their AI.
Yeah, that's cool. So what now? So
Battle start.
Scroll down to 2006.
I'm like, are these what, like anti-battle starts? I guess.
Yeah, I kind of like calling them anti-battle start. Yeah.
The reason that you would want to do this, of course, is because you'd want the Sanctuary Guardians to give up if you try and retreat, because there's no fog gates here, right? So you have to do a little bit extra because you don't want them just trying to jam themselves into the tunnel, and then you can just like easily hit them with a sword or something.
Right.
All right, what is this next set? This is also for the Sanctuary Guardians, I guess.
Huh? Okay, let's take a look here. Where?
Oh, this is also switch position. Is this used?
Huh, it's all the way down by the bonfire. Which I was clipping into this area and causing them to turn around and stuff, so yeah, maybe.
Yeah, this is... If you get in one of these regions, then it warps them back to their home point and sets their new home. So this is...
wait. So we can actually like see them teleport and stuff if we...
Yeah, it looks like it. So I think these are such that they're far enough away so that it's like, don't worry about making their AI turn them around or go back to their home point. Just like put them back in their home point because you can't see them.
Okay, hold on. I should be able to clip through it from the outside, so let's watch this happen. No? Or did they? And they're just aggroed, so it looks... No?
I'm not sure. It's waiting for a specific event flag, but I thought that event flag would just be...
Maybe I need to touch collision in this region?
Let's see here.
Yeah, I'm definitely walking around in this space.
No, the event flag is just... It has Artorias died, basically, so... Are the Sanctuary Guardians active?
Huh, yeah, it doesn't seem to work while they're aggroed for whatever reason.
I don't see a check.
There's the sneeze.
Isn't tight. Warp and copy floor. Yeah, it's just if you're in this area. Oh, but it might depend on where, because it's going to wait for you to be in this area, put them back in their position, and then wait for you to be in 2009 and put them back in position. So it alternates which one it's checking. So if you've already triggered one, it then goes check the other one for some reason.
Oh, okay, hold on. So let me find the other one. The other one's 2009?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, with the map up here, we should see what happens to them when I... No? Oh, I didn't fall. Okay. Let's try this again. Yep. They teleported instantly.
Yeah, and so now if
Cool.
you went back to the other region, it would teleport them back to a different, or very, we're going to see the home positions here in a second, because those are the 2007, 8, 10, and 11. But yeah, it's basically if you are approaching from a certain side, they want to put the guard, and you get far enough away, right? So it's not just that you're approaching and they're going to turn to face. It's also if you get far enough away, they want to just straight up put the guardians back in a certain position.
So again, we could kill them if we put their teleport position like way up in the sky, presumably.
Yeah, I mean they each have. Well, I don't know if they take fall damage. We tried this with Sif last
And
time. So who knows?
Yeah, it didn't actually work. Wait, hold on.
But yeah, one guardian, the 2007 and 2008. Those are the positions for if you're associated with 2006, and then 9 or 10 and 11 are if you're associated with 9. So.
Okay. So let's get this one to teleport into the sky by going back to the other position, which is by the bonfire, if I can find it. So yeah, this dude should teleport into the sky now. Yeah, he did.
So 2006 is
got his ass. Yeah, killed him.
I was going to say bonfire. That both sides have a bonfire. What are the names of these two bonfires? They're like Sanctuary Guardian and
Ulasil Sanctuary. Yeah. Yeah, the first one should be the Sanctuary Garden, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, starting bonfire is warpable. All of the DLC bonfires are warpable.
Yep.
Kind of setting the expectation that you can see them like caving in real time to not having select like bonfire warps, and it's like, oh yeah, from every game here on out, you can warp to all of the bonfires. Like,
I'm still slightly annoyed that they didn't think ahead for making item rando and allowing you to warp out of the DLC if you come in here without the Lord Vessel. You can't do it in vanilla, obviously, but it means that unless you are okay with soft locks, you can't put the Lord Vessel in here at all.
right.
Or have the expectation that it might be in here, because if you come in here looking for it, then you can't leave if you can't find it. What is this home position C, though? I don't know what this is for. This 2005.
Where the heck is
a huge region?
Oh, what the heck? Huh. So it's like the entire starting area and like half of the arena, or like a third of the arena, kind of?
Yeah. Switching to... Okay, I should just post this in chat, but I think I vaguely understand it. So it says, if you're not in this region when the game loads, but then you are... Or, so, wait, where's area show up here? Matt script is kind of messing up here, I think. Yeah, it's for specifically if you're in this area when the game loads, then it executes one of these warp to 2007, 2008. I guess because they don't want the region to work quite the same. If you're actually just loading into the game, it needs to be a lot bigger to force them back into their correct position. If you... I don't really understand how this one makes sense, because if you're going to quit the area, or if you're going to quit the game, surely you're already in this area. But and shouldn't they go back to their home position anyway? I don't know, but I guess I'll write it down.
Weird.
This is on the garden side again. Yeah, and then this next one is
Yeah, warp
point.
position.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can see this.
Oh. Wait. Oh, 4,000. Yeah, I didn't see. Oh, yeah, because that's an invasion spawn location. Yeah, warp destination. Oh, because that's a point, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and remember we saw in Darkroot that there was this cut point that ended up basically over here. But this is the real one. This is the one that you actually get warped to. So I guess for whatever reason, they decided to have the region be part of the DLC map, and then they cut the one but left it behind. That's in Darkroot for that cutscene.
Wait, so Positron Cannon in chat saying Qlock event for this one, 2510.
Oh, is there?
Since it's named YungMaestro? What?
Yep.
What?
Yippers. This is one of the ones that we discovered as soon as DSONR came out, because we're like, why is there a event that's A, in English, has an English name, but B, appears to be named after a YouTuber?
Yeah, what? Interesting.
And yeah, so this says, wait for them or for the player to be in a test region. I don't know if we'll see this one later on. I guess we'll have to if it still exists. And then disable the player's controls and then rotate them to face a point, wait 10 seconds, and re-enable their controls. It's like such a weird test event. And also, again, why is it named after? I think YungMaestro's a PvPer, or was at the time. I don't remember. But yeah, it's just like, what is this doing in here?
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's still too active on YouTube. I think his most recent video was 4 years ago. But I wonder if he's contactable, because I want, like, it would be funny to
people
just...
did.
Oh, did they
him
reach
on Twitter, and they were like, "Do you know about this?" And he was like, "What?"
Oh, so he had never responded. Yeah, so he didn't, like, he doesn't have an explanation for why Qlock named an event after him.
No idea.
That's so funny.
But again, it's like, I don't. Yeah. So this region, or yeah, this point is what they, as part of that thing that I was explaining, they rotate the character in the middle of disabling their controls. They're pointing the character at this. So yeah. Which is like clearly not what this is supposed to be used for, right? Like, this is a warp destination. Right. So it was clearly a test thing. But again, like, what is this for?
Yeah, if they were testing some stuff related to invasions, maybe, and they were watching his channel, and that made them think to double check, like, oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and especially the next few events that we're going to, or regions that we're looking at, are the actual Invader points.
Yeah, so here's the one in the cave that's showing where you can invade from. Very funny. Next one is going to be somewhere in the Royal Wood. I'm assuming. I don't have these locations memorized. Yeah, I guess it's at the start of the Royal Wood. Yep, yeah, right on the starting bridge. Next one. Is there one on the back half of the Royal Wood? Probably. Probably near the Evil Vagrants, maybe? No, not quite. Ooh, I don't remember. Oh, maybe it's down by the like Artorias. Oops, I didn't make myself invulnerable, so I just died. Yeah, where is the 101 invasion?
101. This is, get my bearings here. Right outside the entrance to the Artorias boss vault.
I was literally I just said I was going to check there, and I died on a kill plane because I wasn't invulnerable. Damn it. Yeah, it's funny trying to, like, retrace my steps here and, like, remember stuff that I listed out a long time ago, over a decade ago. Crazy. Event, draw. Again, this is 101. Let's see if I can find that. Yeah, here it is. Yep, right outside Artorias Arena. 102 should be the popular township invasion location, I'm guessing. Oh, it doesn't look like it.
No. This is near Kalameet.
Kalameet. Yeah, I was trying to remember if there was an other invasion
because again,
location.
they do this naming convention where with the first digit being 0 means that it's in its own whole separate region, hence being the only one there in the start tunnel. And then the 100, 101, 102, those all are before Artorias. And then 200, 201, 210, those are all associated with the other half of them.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I guess I would have guessed there were only 2 places to invade from in the township, but there are 3. Not the township, the Royal Wood.
Well, both, because there's the township also has
that's 3.
But yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, one at this is the popular one that everyone uses all the time. Next one is it by the sorcerer? And on the oh no, it's down where they want to have the Chester invasion.
Yeah, it's like almost exactly next to that. It is like maybe like a foot behind the Chester invasion.
Maybe they figured, hey, enough people are going to be invading in this game. We don't have to have Chester invade again down there. Just have a player invade down there. Funny. And then
poise works differently in DS3. It is a different system. It's generally used for when you're like using heavy weapons and stuff like that, rather than being a specific stat like it is in DS1.
Yeah, it's dynamic, like hyper armor or whatever. It makes it for if you're like trading.
The community comes up with weird names for these things that From just keeps calling poise.
Exactly. Yeah, it's while you're attacking. You can trade hits without getting knocked out of the attack. So far less useful in that game. Far less useful compared to Dark Souls 1, where it just always works. I think we have another way that people sometimes call it is active poise versus passive poise, right? Like, so Dark Souls 1 we would call passive poise because it's just like always on your character, and then active is like, oh, it's only it applies to a window of time while you're doing a certain action. Oh yeah, and so in the last invasion location's on the bridge to Manus, so right by the sorcerer. Cool.
Yeah. Interesting because we normally see the Invader spawn points happening towards the very end of the list, but we still have Kalameet and Manus stuff left.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah, I see a BGM box. I'm guessing this is the one for Kalameet, probably.
Yep.
Easiest way to get back up there would just go up the elevator shaft. Run past Alvina. Yeah, Dark Souls 2, that's exactly right, Meow. Yeah, it's an interesting middle ground where it's like weaker passive poise with stronger active poise. So it's a hybrid system where it still has poise that works while you're standing completely still, but it's buffed while you're attacking. I can't get over how long poise takes to refill in Dark Souls 2. Like, what a mess. What a mess. Can literally take over a full minute.
And hello to Meow again, by the way.
Yes. Hey, welcome back, Brave.
Kalameet has more regions at the start, like near the fog gate, than I would expect, I think.
So I should, as of right now, we're planning it. Who knows if it's subject to change, but I think on Tuesday I'll post links on Blue Sky and stuff like that. Brave plans on streaming Dark Souls and figured out a parsec setup to split controls. So I'm going to join Brave on his stream to split playing Dark Souls. We're going to like split the controller. It's going to be a nightmare. Like, I'm going to be the right hand of the controller. He's going to be the left hand of the controller, or something like that. So keep an eye out for links for that. Okay. Hopefully I'm...
Oh, I know why Kalameet has more.
Hopefully I have less of a cold by then. Or no cold at all. That'd be ideal. Yeah, huge BGM box for Kalameet's Arena.
I guess you're going to have to scroll down in the spreadsheet so people can see.
Oh, yeah. Okay, this is going to be something by the fog gate over here, which doesn't exist right now because we didn't have the Goff shoot him down, but... Entrance hitbox for when the fog gate is up. Go away. Yep. 2907 is the anchor thing. Entrance targets. 2906 is battle start. So that's going to be down at the bottom of the ladder. In the oh yeah, it's just a huge. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a huge region because you can enter by the ladder or you can drop down the waterfall. So I'm not surprised they just had it cover this whole area.
Yeah, and they also don't want Kalameet to, like, the boss fight to actually start while you're still up in that main area, so they can't reuse the fog gate.
Right.
Thing,
Yeah,
but they do want to again kick out invaders and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes sense. Kalameet gets annoyed. What's this all about? Hold on.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe this is for flying Kalameet?
Oh, that could make sense. 57. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't remember how this fight plays out. Let's see, make sure enemies are running again. I think they are. They are. So yeah, as soon as I drop down into here, Kalameet starts doing stuff. I guess. We'll see what happens. Kalameet disappointment timer. I was just about to say the same thing Sabatower runs. Yeah. Like, is this his own version of the disappointment timer? What is this?
It looks like if you're in this, I don't know when this event gets triggered, if it's like when flying Kalameet is happening or not. If you're in this area or you're in one of these following two areas, and it has to basically pick a priority, so it does that. Then it does what's called set event point, which I think is something that can communicate to the AI, like, you need to care about this. We're going to see the actual points later on, but it's called Kalameet takeoff point. It's 2060 and 2061. It's like way down in the, or a little bit further down at the end of all this Kalameet stuff in the spreadsheet. But I don't know what that does. I guess we again have to look at Kalameet's AI to figure out what it's doing with that, with these set event points. But I think it means that it's considering something specifically.
Interesting. Yeah, we can always take a closer look at that later.
Yeah.
Not too worried about the specifics of them right now.
I will color these in yellow.
Right, like it's like a file away for later sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once around the ladder.
Because I was thinking, if this is used in Kalameet's AI, this might be Kalameet is walking on, like if you're actually in the boss fight. Is this the flying Kalameet or not? Yeah, I think so. So I think, or sorry, this is the actual boss Kalameet. Maybe this, if you're in the fight when Kalameet is actually, like, the boss health bar is up and everything, maybe Kalameet does a special attack to, like, get you off the ladder or come up and,
right,
do something like that. I've never tried climbing the ladder while in the Kalameet fight because, like, that's clearly not going to end well, but yeah.
Right.
I guess probably they have to do something there.
Huh. Yeah. We'll figure out Kalameet annoyance more later on. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, there's so much Kalameet stuff, unsurprisingly.
Yeah, because of course we have
a flying enemy.
We can see in the next region, Kalameet preview.
Well, Kalameet preview. Yeah. We got that. Really fun to look at here.
Yeah, this is over by the first time you see Kalameet on that little bridge right after the where the big cats would be in the present.
He's gonna step into this and he's gonna fly right in. Hell yeah. Very cool.
I don't remember. Where's the second Kalameet preview?
There shouldn't be.
Oh, it's a point, so you won't be able to see it. So, yeah, this is just the point where that Kalameet originates from to do that flyby.
Gotcha.
Say Kalameet preview origin point.
Hey, welcome, Scared Soul. She says, literally translated to Kalameet shows his face. That's fun.
I guess this is going to be for flying Kalameet in the actual arena, these next ones, right? Because it's Kalameet Darkroot Basin, a.k.a. the actual boss area.
Yeah.
But then we're going to get, like, distant breath and close breath and stuff like that.
It's cool seeing them actually refer to the proper lore name of the location. Or, like, this is Darkroot Basin in the past.
Yeah, I assume Hoshi is basing this on the name of Darkroot Basin that, would be in Japanese or whatever.
Yeah. Very cool.
I might color these ones orange as well because I'm like, I don't necessarily completely understand the logic here. Kalameet has a bunch. Kalameet's kind of like a good version of the Hellkite. It's just a bunch of like event stuff, for this before you shoot him down. Of like, where is he going to fly around and breathe fire and stuff like that?
Right.
Also, these might be all points, are they? No, they're boxes.
Yeah, there's one right at the start of the arena. Yeah, 2052 is like before you go down the ladder. $2053 is something out here. Again, yeah, like origin. That's I think the 53 might be an origin point when he's in his flying form, I think. Probably.
Yeah.
We have a whole box down here.
Yeah, you won't be able to see 2056 because it's a point, but based on the name and where it is, it's just out in the behind the cliff that Kalameet would fly off to, and it's called Place of Death. So I think that's if you can kill flying Kalameet, he, I believe, flies off out of view to die. So something like that, anyway.
Let's see, what did I have?
And we got the 2 soapstone messages, of course. And yeah, then there's these 2 annoyance takeoff points, which are, again, points, so you won't be able to see them. But one of them is basically next to the cluster of 3 items. And then one of them is basically next to where Kalameet spawns when you're actually fighting him over at that end of the arena.
Gotcha.
I think.
Cool.
Oh, no, wait. Those are the messages. I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so these are boxes, so you can see them. So 2060 and 2061. So there's just a small box near the base of the waterfall and another one near the base of the ladder.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back, Madoy. Nothing special in today's stream yet. Just kind of going through and...
Yeah, we get all the boss regions, the fog gates and stuff like that. So kind of just the
elevator
boilerplate
triggers
stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw that these 2 regions should somehow be associated with Kalameet being annoyed at you. So that makes some sense. Like maybe it instructs Kalameet's AI to go to that region and then do a fire breath attack or something along those lines.
Right. What the heck is 2150? It's a cylinder somewhere.
Yeah, this was the cylinder that I mentioned. I think this is the cylinder at the bottom of the initial Chasm of the Abyss elevator, the one just past the chain prisoner. I think
to relate to the enemy who rides that elevator in some way.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It is talking about an enemy here. It sets their home, so yeah. Might be able to move it around and get that bloathead to teleport somewhere.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I gotta see who this is, who this entity is, because it's talking about a couple of them, maybe.
Okay, let's see here.
Very odd.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's move that. All right, let's see what happens if we run past here. What? Did I already kill that bloathead by accident? I might. Let me try that again.
Huh.
It might refer to the chained prisoner in some way? Huh. Okay. Let me work.
I didn't know this. That bloathead that rides that elevator is not positioned on that elevator in the map data. It teleports from a different location.
What?
Whenever you load the game.
Fascinating. Now, where the hell's its starting location?
It's, you know, the first sort of open area in the Chasm of the Abyss where you've got that bunch of bloatheads and the single bloathead sorcerer, and like it's firing at you with the crystal lizard.
Yeah.
It's in that group.
Interesting. So, I guess, is that technically a respawning enemy and just sometimes he doesn't teleport because you're already down there?
I guess. I don't know.
I didn't. I assumed he was a non-respawning enemy or something. Like, cause like of sometimes not seeing him, or I don't know. Yeah, like
unless I'm reading this event wrong. Yeah, there's an event flag check for this. I assume it's if you've used the elevator. But I need to look at something. Yeah, so basically when the game loads, it teleports him to the bottom call button, and then it teleports him into the cylinder, like a frame later.
Oh, so we wouldn't really be able to... I'd have to have him not loaded yet, and unfortunately I already did, so he already teleported to it. Yeah, because Stardashi was saying I could swear this is not a responding enemy, but we wouldn't really be able to tell the difference if this was a contextual like load here, and then normally he loads elsewhere in the chasm. So he could just move instead of not
yeah,
respond.
and then once you use the elevator, so does that mean that the first time through here you kill this guy, but then when you
rest at a bonfire, he's later. Yeah, he's later in the chasm. So we can demonstrate that without doing teleport shenanigans, just by confirming his number. So like,
the reason I'm suspicious here is because there is a chained prisoner next to him in his position in the game data that I believe is the Black Phantom chained prisoner.
Huh.
But, and so the thing is that the name of the event is talking about a, ball of chains or, something like that. I wonder if it was initially going to be there's a chained prisoner riding up the elevator instead of a bloathead.
Oh god, that would have been miserable. I can see why they would want to change that. So yeah, the one on the elevator is 26. is his number. So let's kill him and then rest at the bonfire and see where he winds up. Where's 26?
Well, so this is the other weird thing. As part of the event, it warps the Bloathead onto the button, and then a frame later, it warps him onto the elevator, right?
That's funny.
I wonder if it was initially going to put the Bloathead on the button and the chained prisoner on the elevator.
Interesting.
So then you would activate the elevator, get jump scared by a chained prisoner, then you'd go down and find that there was a Bloathead standing on the button, as though it just sent the elevator up or something like that.
But yeah, I just highlighted him during the pack here, and 100%. Yeah, this is the same one that rides the elevator up.
Yeah, so if that means that, I guess nobody ever notices this, but if you kill the Bloathead on the elevator, don't rest at the bonfire, and then come out here, there'll be one fewer Bloathead.
Or alternatively, too, if you thought he didn't respawn, then, yeah. No, he was here the whole time. What the fuck?
Yep.
I would have never guessed that. I had no idea. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah, this seems like kind of a weird way to do this. Like, I would have expected them to just have a Bloathead. He's positioned on the elevator. After you do that event, it just disables the enemy from spawning in future game loads. So I don't know. I don't know what people in chat think about this, but this is a very odd way to do things. I think there's some like secret cut content here where a Bloathead was supposed to be riding the elevator, or not a Bloathead, a chained prisoner, which would be very scary.
Okay. Back. Huh. Okay. Yeah.
Like, we're almost done with the DLC. We just have some Manus Gate stuff left.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll scroll down in the spreadsheets.
I'm going to take a look at these couple -1s while you do that.
Is it environmentally friendly enemy recycling? Yeah, exactly. That's very funny.
So.
All right. Event, draw, region. Oh yeah, we're truly finally at the end of the list here. So here's the music region for the Manus boss fight, which I can't even see where. Here we go.
Yeah, it's a huge.
It's a huge one. Yeah. Bigger than they usually do, I feel like.
Yeah.
Cool. There we go. Yep, entrance fog gate. This should be the point that it points you to. Yep. That's exactly what it was. And this is just going to be the opposite side of the fog gate, or is it the ball? Yeah. Yep. Alright, we did it. That's the DLC. What the hell is Battlestar Old? I can't see that in game, obviously, but...
Yeah, let me go take a look at that, because remember we had that thing that you also couldn't see where Manus was, like, up on that far wall?
Yes.
So yeah, this is another box that is also up there. It looks like initially maybe you would have fallen into this. Oh, sorry. It's basically hovering out in space right after the ledge. If you were to able to walk through the fog gate and just like walk out in space a little bit there without starting the fight, that's where the region would be. So it looks like maybe they were considering you not getting teleported down there by the cutscene and instead falling through a region to start the boss fight. And then Manus would fall out of the sky and like also land in the arena with you.
Interesting. Yeah, that's not really surprising because there's like the four kings you drop into that fight, so without a cutscene, so not surprising that they were.
And we also saw that they make you invincible as part of this, even though they don't have to, because you normally don't jump into the fight.
Right.
But that event still exists, so that if you get out of bounds, you can just jump into the boss fight to start it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you've got a whole bunch more negative ones, whatever the hell all of those things are. But
yeah, I'm gonna take a look at those. What do we got here?
There's a shitload of them.
It's sound. Okay, let's see. A few sound spheres in the Kalameet area for the waterfall. That's fun. A effect in the fireplace near the crest key mimic. Cool. A sound region in the entirety of the chasm dungeon, right? Like the area where that first bonfire is. Like, I don't know if people pay attention to this, but you are in a jail cell area, right? Like,
yeah.
And then the back wall of it is blasted out, and that's how you get into the chasm of the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's a big box that surrounds that, presumably to make spooky noises or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a...
I was gonna say, if you scroll down a bit to what's the Hoshi put the Valley of Wind Nausicaa reference, possibly.
Yeah, let's see. We got a bunch of insect noises. There are messages out in space. That doesn't make sense, does it? There's not. Oh, there are messages out in space. It's called the Battle of Stoicism. I don't care about
I had a feeling.
I figured it out. Don't worry. Okay, where was this? Valley of the Wind. What is this? It's a sound region. It surrounds the Kalameet area. If you go to the very end of his arena, looking over that valley, there's a gigantic box.
Oh.
You can also hear it from the upper area where the Stone Guardians are. I guess it references a sound, so I don't know if it is a reference or if it's just the valley, the wind of the valley area there, right? Because that hole at the end of the arena is a big pit valley.
Yeah, it's probably way windier down there. Let's go check it out.
But they put the box like so large, like it's like basically to the far wall, and it's like you could never get over there. You're gonna fall off the cliff immediately.
I don't know if I'm somewhere where I should be hearing it. I basically just...
in theory, yeah. Obviously, I'd have to go look up the sound. Maybe there is no sound. Maybe they just put a box and forgot to actually attach a sound to it. Who knows?
Huh.
But, yeah, I don't see anything else there other than...
Yeah, I hear the waterfall, but...
Yeah, well, maybe something to look into as well. But unfortunately, kind of tough to do that for this because we can't visualize the box, so...
It's not something you'd ever really notice, but it's interesting how there's more abyss pits if you're in Kalameet's arena near the cliff. If we pull the camera up here, the same way up above, there's a lot of holes in the area. Fun.
Cool. I believe that is everything for the DLC.
All right, finally we can get back to a normal level. We might find weird stuff in the catacombs potentially. I'm very curious.
Yeah, very possibly. I need to switch all my stuff over to Catacombs Stuff. 1 second.
Cool.
Okay. All right, we're starting off with some -1s that I'm just going to skip because this is the light effects for like the fog gate and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
See anything particularly interesting here, but I will quickly look through it. Oh, there's also probably like effects for the water or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Well, let's see. No, I guess we're looking at SFX, so it's not what waterfall spray. Okay, yeah, right. There's a waterfall here, so which I guess people don't necessarily notice, but there is a big waterfall in.
Oh yeah. What is this? This is going to do with Patches turning the lever on you.
Yeah. It has to be, right? Yeah, if you get in this area and Patches is alive and certain event flags are set, then set another event flag and turn on a certain object, which I think might be the spikes or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a free cam angle here. Did I break out that?
Oh, sorry, initialize an object action, yeah.
Does it not work? Hold on. Does it not actually work if I, because like, does he
I think it's going to tell Patches Patches' AI to do its thing.
To do its thing. So like I actually, because I had him like set to not move and not attack. So I wonder. Let's try that again. Huh. Still nothing is happening.
I mean, it is checking other flags, so I don't know what those are for off the top of my head.
Yeah. Someone asked if we have to speak to him first, so let's go check that out.
Good day. Oh, well, this.
Let's see, event. Yeah, I thought you had to go a little bit further down it as well. So there's another box by the start of it. Okay, that's not what I was expecting.
Unless this is only used in a certain scenario to like turn the lever back on once you know, I don't understand. I don't see a timer or anything like that.
I just walked the whole thing without it being flipped. So I must have.
Well, that's not normal.
Yeah. Let's
I don't feel like you have to talk to Patches typically, right?
Right.
Like maybe I'm wrong.
Let's reset everything. Let's see how it normally plays out. Okay, so it starts off in the wrong position, so we have to pull the lever. We won't do any free cam. We won't mess with any of that.
Yeah, I guess you said free cam can mess with AI stuff too.
Yeah. Huh? Do I
I'm
need
so
to?
confused.
Yeah. Do I need to respawn or reset a bonfire first? Maybe.
That's very possible. But I don't see that in this event, but maybe.
Yeah, someone's asking if it's like we're relying on like opening doors at the start of the catacombs, like if there's like some progression based thing that we didn't like set up correctly for this.
I mean, that's very possible.
Yeah, let's start the whole thing over again.
Yeah, I like that the Wikidot says he may try to flip the bridge the first time you walk across it.
Interesting, interesting. Okay,
So it's like, is there something going on here where nobody actually knows the exact condition for this?
yeah, fascinating.
This might be more NPC stuff, like, can you break Patch's quest line if you do things wrong? Who knows?
Right.
Yeah, people are saying they haven't had it rotate, but I've definitely had it rotate.
I feel like I feel like it always rotates on me.
Yeah.
Do we need to rotate this one into the correct position first or something? Okay. I think he needs to have rotated it for you. Let me start that over because that's what we're looking at. The next box there. Was that the only thing that I missed? No, but I was walking through it. Hold on. Wrong map, first of all. So that calls into question what is the prerequisite for this other box working, if there's any. I guess you have to have not rotated the lever yourself, and that maybe rotating the lever shows Patches that you know how it operates, so he feels like he can't do the trap on you.
I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's like if you go up there next to him and push it, he's like, oh shit, my trap is spoiled. But if you're just exploring down there and it rotates for you...
okay, so there's got to be a region, though, that triggers him to spin it for you, right?
Yes.
Again, it's not just going to... He can't
it's the next
at you.
Yeah, it's the next one. It's 2000.
Okay.
So I didn't push it myself. I'm going to step in here and it's going to rotate for me. But it has some other Oh, okay, no, it worked. Maybe it's just a couple seconds. I'm guessing.
Yeah, well, it's going to, I think, turn the lever on, and then Patches' AI is presumably going to say, oh, the lever's active.
It is. He physically walked towards it. Hold on. So I'm going to do that again with a free cam perspective because that'll be fun to actually see. It's like no one's ever seen that before unless if like a co-op partner went up to like wait next to Patches and like watch him like.
Also, these events appear to check to make sure that you're the host. So presumably co-op summons can't trigger this.
Gotcha.
They can watch it, obviously.
They could watch. Yeah, they could stand next to Patches and watch it happen. Okay, so finally, for the first time ever, someone's seen Patches pull this thing. Probably.
Yeah, and then you should be able to catch him trying to trick you or trying to knock you off with it as well.
Yeah. There he goes. I didn't make myself invulnerable, so this might kill me, but I don't think I did. Hell yeah. That's fun.
Rude.
That's funny. Yeah, I didn't know the condition. So literally all you have to do to not have him rotate the thing on you is just activate the lever yourself. What are the odds? So if you were like progressing through the area and you jump down shortcut wise, you would... Oh yeah, is that possible to avoid though? How wide is it? It might not be possible to avoid in normal progression. Because you would come through... You would either jump off of... Here, let's play around with this.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you wouldn't really be able to make a
People in chat
jump
are
here
saying
without
that
touching
they-
it. Mhm.
Well, but maybe, I guess people in chat are... Well, no, I don't know. How would you not see this event, though, if people are saying that they aren't familiar with patches trying to kill you?
Something about quitting and reloading, refreshing at this bonfire, maybe? So it's like, maybe if we do... Maybe if we
Oh,
trigger
that could
it.
be possible.
So let's get him to rotate it for us.
I don't... Should set the flag permanently, though. That's a good point. There are other ways down there. But I get the impression that people are saying that they had crossed the bridge without. Also, I guess if Patches isn't even here, right? Because he moves to the...
That's
Tomb
the
of
thing too.
Giants.
Patches, that could be the thing, is they might not have checked if Patches to see if Patches was actually even here. So like, I wonder if this is going to change anything.
That's true. People could be getting confused about the specific bridge.
Okay, so let's like reset this area. I'm gonna go push and pull the lever myself, because it should remember the position, right? Yeah. Yeah, we'll see if he even bothers this time. He did not. No, he did. He did.
Interesting.
He did.
Oh, okay.
It just it takes a little while. Yeah. He figures it out.
Well, interesting.
Either way, let's scroll down the list.
Yeah, so I marked off the summon sign point for Leeroy. That's a point, so you won't be able to see it, but you know where that is.
Gotcha. 13.02500. It says for boss logic, so I have a pretty good guess on where this is located. Oops,
This is a big box for Pinwheel.
Right.
Why is it so huge? What does this do? This doesn't do anything. Does it show up anywhere? Maybe it shows up in Pinwheel's AI. We haven't had to look at AI. It's AI time, I guess.
I'm going the wrong way. Okay. Event. Draw a region. For boss logic. Okay, yeah, it's just like the shape of the boss room.
Yeah, it shows up in Pinwheel's AI. Let's see what we got in here. Or at least I assume this is Pinwheel's AI. Yes, it is. If you're inside this MSB region, then this is a weird way to. Oh, I guess it's because they need to check to see if you're in this region. I guess they didn't write a separate AI for the lesser pinwheels, so the lesser pinwheels just check if you're in this region before they know to participate in the fight in this way, basically.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. If it's possible for it to dodge, right? Because I guess the other they don't dodge in the same way when they're not in here. I don't know. Weird.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't entirely understand the point of that, but rather than just making other AI, but yeah, I was an AI expert, so I will trust him.
Could you I was gonna say co-op summons can't enter the fog gate. Can they walk in the fog gate with you instantly, or do you have to drop all the way into the boss room before they can pass through the fog gate?
I don't know. I think you have to trigger the boss fight.
I would think so.
Checking 4 cardinal directions from Pinwheel to see if there's room for it to dodge. Weird. And then it's conditioned on being in this box to do that. I guess.
Fun.
This seems like a really weird way to do it. Like, why wouldn't you just make a separate version of the fight that just always has, or the AI that just knows it's in the Pinwheel fight and just always does this type of check rather than checking if the player is in here before doing it.
So we have boss warp points. So we're gonna see a bunch of spheres in here. I'm guessing, kind of like Priscilla had.
They're boxes, but
they're little boxes, but yeah.
Yeah, because I guess Pinwheel doesn't care about warping on top of you.
Right. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, because Priscilla does have that the distance for being invisible, but yeah.
I saw a wiki that insisted the last Necromancer is not guaranteed to drop a Skull Lantern.
No.
That is not true, and that wiki is wrong. It's just most people miss one of the Necromancers, so they don't realize it. Or they kill a Necromancer, the Skull Lantern drops, they don't pick it up, the pity system has now done its job, and so they get to the last one and none drop because they already got it.
Yes.
Didn't pick it up.
Well, and someone on Reddit recently was investigating, being like, because they saw my old thread talking about how, like, yes, the last Necromancer is guaranteed to have one of the 6, I should say. Like, if 1 through 5 doesn't drop it, then the 6th one will drop it. But if 1 through 5 drops it, the 6th one is no longer guaranteed to drop it, right? Because it resets the count if RNG drops it sooner. Someone made a very good point that the 3rd Necromancer in the level is very, very good at walking to his death and falling off a cliff. It happens a lot. So that is a good source of it, likely, of not getting it, because you didn't get to check all of the corpses, because one of them fell to his death on his own, and you didn't get the check. So it is 100% guaranteed that if you kill all 6 of them, the Skull Lantern would have been attached to one of those ragdoll corpses, but the reason you didn't get it is because, one of those corpses wound up somewhere where you didn't get to check it. Okay. I guess I could show the one that I was talking about. It's this one. Where am I going? It's this guy. This guy's really good at dying. If you take your time at all, making your way to like the lever over here, dude just walks to his death. I wonder if I'll be able to demonstrate that.
Yeah, and I assume it's a Navmesh thing where he's basically trying to get to you, so he kind of goes off some corner or something. Like Painting Guardians do this all the time.
Yeah. He'll take a few steps onto the bridge and just like walk right off.
Yeah, that's right, Algae. It won't end up in the chest in Firelink because you didn't pick it up. That's the first condition for something showing up in the recovery chest. You must have picked it up.
Yes. And then in addition to that too, it's just not even an item that's flagged to be able to show up in one of those in the Firelink chest.
Yeah, it's only for key items, basically.
So of course he's like trying to prove me wrong. Okay, no, now he's coming out and walking. It normally doesn't take this long, I don't think, but that's because we kind of flew over there and had him attack us first. Yeah, he's just gonna walk to his death, I think. Maybe not because we aggroed the skeletons off. Yeah, this isn't going the way that I saw in the video clip. But someone did some testing and they got it to happen like pretty consistently, where instead of making it across the bridge, he took a turn. Let's try
I
to get
assume
it
it's
to him.
like he's pathing around the skeletons or trying to do something, but yeah.
So let's
But yeah,
get,
even if it's not this specific one, it's really easy to just not notice that you killed the Necromancer. You die, game area reloads, and you know it's gone.
yeah.
You wasted your pity drop, so too bad.
Okay. Yeah, he's about to fall and die. Yep. He fell. He's gone. Rip. So that's how you can lose the Skull Lantern.
Yeah. If that guy happens to roll the whatever % chance it is, then
yeah,
it's gone.
Yep. Which is not that low, because it's increasing odds until you kill the last one as well, actually. So it's like the first, if you don't have any luck boosting gear, the first Necromancer only has a 2% drop chance of like dropping the Skull Lantern, but the third one already has like a 15 or 20% chance or something crazy. So it's like it wouldn't even be that rare for people to like lose it that way. All right.
Okay, then we have Pinwheel background music. You know, nothing too surprising there. And then we're going to get a few of the Foggate stuff.
Foggate stuff. Let me make myself invulnerable again. Event draw region. You can see what the BGM box looks like again. Ooh, this one's like smaller. It's like actually, yeah, they like just wrap the space this coffin pretty tight.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah, and then it looks like the next region is the region that triggers the cutscene when you and starts the boss fight and everything.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's see how this is actually. How big is it?
Just not what I was expecting. I mean, I understand why it is like that, but
oh, they had it like encompass like the whole room again as well, and then not just like the first half of it or whatever.
It's just the floor,
just
basically,
the floor,
right?
Yeah. That's fun. Yeah, because I remember testing if you could get past the invisible wall here, like you wouldn't start the fight. All right, we have entrance fog gate.
Yeah, this is the facing point again. Should be, anyway.
Yep. Yeah. 997 or whatever is the facing point. I scroll down on the spreadsheet.
This is interesting because after the facing point, we've got entrance, the one that defines the width of the fog gate, but then we also have one that says entrance event complete, which comes right after that, and it's also next to the fog gate. So I'm going to have to go look at the script to see what this does, because normally we'd expect to see the entrance region that kicks the invaders out, and we'd expect to see the separate cutscene region to actually start the boss fight. But I don't know what this third one would be for. This is That's all it's used for. Maybe not. 2998. Yeah, that's the entrance region. Okay. And then 2996. Okay, so 2996 is what's used to what we were calling the... I guess they just separated it for some reason. So we'll put that there, I guess. Or, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's basically one of them is responsible for kicking invaders out, and then the other one is responsible for like Leeroy following you and stuff like that.
Yeah, because before they've been coupled, right? Like that's all been.
Yeah, I don't know why they would be different here.
Interesting.
But
there might be no reason at all.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the other thing you have to keep in mind is like this is not going to be written by just one guy doing the whole thing. It's going to be a team of people. And so, yeah.
Collapsing floor hitbox. Well, that sounds pretty self-explanatory, but let's find where this is.
Know what these are going to be?
Yep, here's one. This is the one where you find the exit path back out of. There we go. Very nice.
Yes, we should at least look at all of these and make sure that they do correspond to a real collapsing floor. But they probably do.
Yeah. Next one I'll try is probably... Let's check for one over here. Yep. Next one I'll check for... where would the next one be? Let's try this. No, it's not down here yet. Yeah, where is 102?
102 is... Now, I'm giving directions in the catacombs.
Yeah, this is going to be a little clumsy, I think. So we already went down this one. Then I think I think this leads to a ladder. It's going to be at the end of this path.
Yeah, this is the one.
Oh no, it wasn't this one either.
No.
Fuck.
Where is this? Where are we? This is off the... Oh, I'm getting lost. I keep flying through walls and losing where I am.
Have we not already gone through all of them?
This is off the spiral staircase, I think.
Oh,
the one over by the Great Scythe, basically. Right, I think there's a hole in the floor there.
Is there? Let's see.
Like if you go near where the lever is and then up on that ledge and then take a right instead of going out into the main cavern.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that spot. I completely forgot about that. That's, yeah, we go up here. Yep. Completely forgot about this nook over here.
I don't remember where this goes, but...
Oh, yeah, right outside the entrance to the Titanite demon area. That's right. Yeah. Top 10 most obscure Dark Souls pitfalls.
Well, I don't know about that. Not that obscure, I don't think.
Let's see. Cool.
And then the other one is the ladder one.
Yeah. I went ahead and toggled some others. So 20 is the next one of interest, really.
Yeah.
Collapsing ceiling. Oh, that's going to be the... I know exactly what that is. That's the...
Yeah.
The ring, the Dark Moon ring. Should be.
Yeah.
Which is across this way. Yep. Yeah, because this is what informs the enemy to drop down, or at least rubble to drop down, or I don't know how this works exactly, but...
Let's take a look. I suspect it's just...
The skeleton fell through. Yep.
Yep. If you're in this area, turn the skeleton's AI on, destroy the ceiling, play a sound effect.
Cool. I like looking at his little, like, starting area, which is like, what? You were, like, hiding in a...
I know.
You're like, what? He was trapped. Someone entombed him into the ceiling there. Like, that's pretty incredible. Love it.
I also tend not to pay attention, but like there's a big statue behind the Dark Moon, and it's the, it's the same lady with child, whatever we're calling this.
Right.
One that appears in Anor Londo and elsewhere. So, yeah. I'm just usually on the run.
Exactly. Event, draw, region. So now we're down to 2,700.
Well, monitor coffin state.
Oh. Okay, well. Pretty good guess as to where that's located.
Yeah. If the player's in single player or whatever, and they're in the right map, and they're in this region, it seems kind of redundant, but anyway, and Nito isn't dead or something like that, and the player has a certain item on them, then wait 30 seconds and do some stuff.
Oh yeah, it's quite small, which makes sense. I guess they want you to be in the coffin for that to happen. So
yeah.
Which is funny. Does it not check for the lying position though? Like, what happens if we?
I don't think so.
Hold on. I mean, that's the only way you would ever get in there normally. But I'm kind of like,
yeah.
Oh well, yeah. No, I would have to really clip into the. I don't know if I can actually.
Also,
yeah, debug dash is
on you.
Here we go. Wait, no, damn it. Hold on. It's hard to debug dash into like a small space because the collision will just. Like,
well, I assume it also is going to try and pop you out.
Yeah.
Because of the collision. So.
I just got in there a second ago and I fucked it up. Come on, let me in there. There we go. No, my feet are below the bottom of it, which means it also wouldn't work. Yeah, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. There it is. This looks horrendous for Chaz. I'm like, flying around all weird. Yeah, whatever. Alright. 2995. Cooperation NPC activity area. Huh? Okay, interesting. So I guess Leeroy probably can't follow you back through the level that far? What's the deal?
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, he should just... It should be the same like we had with Beatrice.
Yeah.
Same deal. That's suspiciously close to his
starting location.
Spawn point, though.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on. He really can't backtrack through this area at all? At all? Okay.
Guess. I mean, I've never tried it because I assumed that Leeroy would die, but I would have figured that he would at least be able to help you with like clearing out the bone wheel area.
I should make him invulnerable. That'd be a good idea. Or I could just take the heat off him and kill bone wheels.
Now, he will follow you, I think, if he has a target. So if, if he's
Gotcha.
got a bone wheel to kill or something, I think he should be able to exceed his desire to leave. But if there's no enemies within 10 meters and he can't find anything to essentially lock onto, then I think he should give up the way that Beatrice did. He's gone.
Yeah, he has no interest. He has no interest in following me back here. That's so funny.
That is so rude.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think the next region is his new home point because presumably he can't follow you, or they don't want to set his home point as his initial spawn because, like, he's not going to get back up
So
there,
that's why he's heading down here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right in front of the fog gate. They were like, Leeroy is here to help you with Pinwheel.
Love that. Let's get that next one drawn. Yeah, he's gonna walk towards this little box. As soon as he touches it, he's gonna stop moving. He didn't even make it all the way to it. Oh well, I might have the free cam might have. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Or did I get too close into the region again? Hold on. Shit. Don't know what he's doing, but I don't know if that's free cam confusing things because sometimes it does. Yeah, that's free cam breaking things. Love that. Now he's gonna start coming back to me is the thing because now I'm within the co-op area. Yeah, exactly. That's fun.
Oh, Meow has more information about that Pinwheel region. So it's using the region to raycast for the Pinwheel's like dodging. So it like actually is testing to see if his dodge direction would be remain in that region. Didn't realize they could do raycasting stuff like that.
Oh,
But,
cool.
yeah, I guess so. It makes sense that they would have to surround the region for that. Just I don't know. I feel like they haven't really used that for other enemies. So I guess maybe it's because of Pinwheel's weird like semi-warping behavior as he moves around or something. I don't know.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's see what's next down the list. I'll scroll that spreadsheet down.
I think we're
back at the coffin.
Yeah, I think this is for the Titanite demon, or sorry, not Titanite. Somebody to do the stab on you.
The stab thing. Yeah, let's go check that out again.
That being said, I don't see this show up anywhere, so I'm not entirely sure what it's for. They may have decided to do this a different way. I don't see this being referenced in the AI or the event scripts.
Not yet, Benevolent Beaver. That's why I'm curious if we're going to see anything relating to that.
Am I forgetting? Do I know about this Cut Petrus encounter? I don't know what that refers to.
Yeah, so he was going to be in the catacombs, like trapped or whatever. His cut dialogue and everything. It's for getting out of the coffin.
I don't think, because it's based on the translation. It's talking about a throw, aka a grab, right?
Yeah.
And we know that the skeletons do that coffin stab or whatever. Or sorry, not coffin. Players do the coffin stab.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I guess that makes sense that it's not in any AI anywhere. I guess it's probably in. I don't know how that works though. I guess probably it's in the executable, right? Because it's just like associated with that effect. Okay, we're just gonna have to run a full search, but I imagine that's what that's for. This is.
Or the throw, to re-clarify again for the chat, the throw specifically refers to a critical, a backstab or riposte or a coffin stab animation. There's like a, yeah. So it's the coffin stab.
Yeah, so the way it works is you get a buff when you're in the coffin. They accidentally reused parts of it for being near Quelaag, or Quelaag's sister. to de-aggro enemies, but then they also made it so that if you're affected by that buff and you are engaged in a grab or whatever animation, then it does this special thing where they plunge attack you with their sword, basically, as you're lying down. I don't know how that works, because something has to check for that.
Oh, I do want to point out that Meow said that AI can raycast for a lot of stuff. The coolest one is raycasting to the Navmesh to see if they have room to dodge. Forget which enemies do that, though, but yeah, that's awesome. No, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Of course.
Again, it's like I don't do very much with the AI other than just like looking through it to be like, does this check a region or something like that? Like I do very little with actually writing new AI or anything. So that's very cool.
Yeah, Nikitos in chat asked, you can stab people in a coffin? Yeah, if you catch another player in here and you walk up to them and attack, you'll do a special stab on them. And there's a pretty notorious glitch in Blighttown where backstabbing or riposting a player near Quaylana triggers the same coffin stab animation because they like copy and pasted how the Titanite demon de-aggros, like when you're in here, enemies de-aggro when you're next to Quaylana, and they like copy and pasted that all over. So very funny. Yeah,
and again, we were talking at the start of the stream about Excel, and I think King Boar's idea was that it was very similar, that they kind of just duplicated the row, but didn't realize that the row for this de-aggroing thing also had this thing set to do the coffin backstab.
Yeah.
Because it would have been way, some column way further down. And, if you're thinking about Excel, you just like duplicate a row. You don't necessarily realize that just one of these things has a non-default value because it's, at column BC or something.
Yeah, exactly. And Meow points out, like, that applies to the person being attacked. Like, the animation syncs up. So, like, you're next to Quaylana and you get backstabbed or whatever, but then it shows you lying down, like, as if you're in an invisible coffin for a second. Very silly.
Good point. The fact that it works in Blighttown means that what is this point for? So maybe this point doesn't do anything, and they just put it in the animation itself somehow. They don't need a sync, like a point to warp to play the animation.
Right. Who knows? We can always like interrogate more closely if we need to, and
yeah,
you can follow that under.
I'm just gonna say coffin stab.
Coffin stab mystery.
Point or something.
Whatever, yeah.
Content. Maybe. Because, yeah, the fact that the translated name is something like strong enemy, right? Like, that's not really what they would use for, like, players, right? So, yeah, maybe there was some intention of getting skeletons or something to do that to you, or the Titanite demon to attack you and pull you out with its catch pole or something cool like that.
I always do the accidental resolution change because I have muscle
Leeroy.
memory, because I have someone else in the game that doesn't let me quit game or whatever.
Yeah.
I just need to die. Where is the Catacombs mid-level Foggy? Why am I blanking on that? I should...
It's right across one of the bridges.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's after the bridge that you fall down. Yep, here it is. Yep, here they are. So yeah, 2650 is the front, and 2651 is the enter through the right. Yeah, you already got that. Interesting. So next one is going to be Vamos cutscene.
Yeah. Nothing too exciting so far. I think these are all fairly explanatory. Other than maybe the coffin stab thing, but even still.
Oh, cool. So we can actually see... Yeah, it's a fairly narrower box, and I was expecting it to cover like the whole floor of the area more, but not really.
Yeah.
Cool. Vamos' audio quality will always baffle you. It was definitely intentional. Is all I will say. 100% intentional, 100% questionable. It's like they were just like, oh, he's supposed to sound like a skeleton. How do we convey raspiness in the voice with an effect? And someone's like shrugged and was like, distortion? And I was like, cool. They didn't think to do the Alvina thing, which would have made so much more sense. Where like Alvina has like sounds like behind her voice. There should have been like crackly bone kind of noises, like while he was talking or something, like some sort of clattering sound. If they were trying to like do something else, but not just like, hey, highlight this vocal sample and just hit a distortion effect, like.
Well, and people will sometimes say like, "Oh, I bet it was unintentional. They had to run with it because the voice actor just showed up with a terrible microphone or whatever, and they had to go with it." And it's like, if you look at the credits, and you can check this on IMDb or whatever, Daniel Flynn, who voices Vamos, also voiced the blacksmith giant and Solaire. So obviously his mic was working fine. He voiced two other characters. That was clearly they wanted to make it sound like he's animated by some inhuman thing, and they did it in an extremely odd way.
Yeah. Well, that's like very just like you instantly hear it as bad audio, and it doesn't convey skeleton, but they were trying to convey skeleton. So it was like a swing and a miss, but not a mistake. Not a glitch, not a bad mic, just a poor choice.
Yep.
Very funny.
Yeah, okay, we got a bunch that we can skip, which are all these -1 for logic. This is just the floating skull has a patrol path in a couple different places.
Gotcha. Oh, okay, so we have upgrading Necromancer home points. That makes sense because they like run away from you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's take a look at that. Let me reset.
This first set, it should be all for the same Necromancer, I guess.
Yeah, he keeps backing up.
Yeah.
Let's see. What am I trying to do here, though?
Kind of want to take a look at the logic for this. If it's just when you get close enough to him, or when you get near this region, or what's the deal here?
Yeah. That I don't really know the details on exactly. So this is 2201.
It looks like you get within 10 meters of him, and he runs to his next position.
Oh, that's cool. 10 meters.
Pretty
nice.
simple.
Yeah. Yep. So he just starts off with his first one. But then, yeah, he likes to run back there when you get close. So we can demonstrate that. I guess I should wake up enemies.
I knew he ran away, but I thought it was a little bit more organic. But I guess knowing what I know about the game now, it's like, no, they kind of have to tell him explicitly where to go. Otherwise, he'd just run off into a corner or something.
Yeah. So let's find the next place he runs to. Because, yeah, he has multiple.
Yeah.
He's going to run away again. Yeah, he likes to not run away super far because he wants to turn around and shoot at you again, is the whole thing, while you're dealing with skeletons. Let's draw the next one. Because that's not his last runaway point. And he keeps going around the corner here. And he's off to the races again. So where's this next one? Yeah, hilarious. What happens when we get near this one though? Is he done? He's not gonna like cycle
At the
through.
one, he should just give up.
Yeah, he just gives up. Yeah, he's here forever now. That's fun.
Yeah, interesting that the first home point isn't actually referenced anywhere. So I, like people in chat are saying, I wonder if there was some intention of, well, you chase him to the fifth one and he just drops at this ledge or whatever and goes back to the first one.
I think we saw that somewhere else earlier in these data mining streams. There was some other patrolling enemy where like its first location, or not patrol, like one that has like updated positions. Its first one was like also just marked. So. Settle down, skeletons.
This one, they definitely could have done that. If I assume they have some way of. I assume there's a Navmesh connection there, but yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's got to be. We're using regions for the Titanite demon doing this stuff. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
I'm just surprised it's not like all distance space stuff. Built into the NPC think param. I'm trying to navigate a bunch of windows here. Okay.
Yeah, I remember we saw that the Titanite demon in Undead Parish also had some regions set up for where it could do stuff. So I think all of the Titanite demons are going to have something like this for where it can use each type of attack, basically.
Interesting. Yeah, I really would not. I assumed it would have been think param stuff.
No.
Well, here's one of them. Oh, yeah, they're all activated. Just hard to see. Yep. Wait, where's this last one? I'm confused. 753?
Yeah, this should be a small point, I guess. This is off in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This is like if you went behind Pinwheel's coffin and just kept going. Basically, it's way far. You might have to like look at your coordinates for this one. It's way out there. I don't know what they're doing. I'll finish naming these other ones. I'm going to check to see if this point to face is used at all, because they put this way far away.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay, yeah, that's weird.
Is this used?
Point to face when retreating. That's like at a weird angle relative to that hallway. There's no... Is it? Hold on.
I'll check, but...
Oh, maybe it's not.
Yeah, it's not referenced.
Gotcha.
I think they just towed this out to the middle of nowhere because they didn't need it.
Point to face somewhere in the next county over. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, hold on. Let's spawn him back into existence and move that thing around.
I just don't... Doesn't he just turn around and walk back? It's not like he stays facing some specific direction.
That's what I was wanting to double check, because I'm like, does he not, like, kind of walk backwards from you instead of turning around? I don't remember. First of all. What's he doing? Yeah, he is walking backward. I'm a little confused by his behavior. Hold on. Let me, can do a couple things. Gonna do game rend and get the brightness way the fuck up so we can actually see him. Sorry to anyone in chat who has to look at this. Then I'm also going to give myself the Ring of Fog again. Let's see. Remove Estises. I didn't know that was a thing in here. But let's see. Add all accessories, all the rings. Like, come over here.
I just came back to the stream, and I understand what you're talking about with the filter now.
Oh, yeah. So what does he do when he retreats? God, there's no way you still see me. Diagra, man, what are you doing?
I've had this guy turn around, like, immediately. I don't know what he's doing. Clearly, it's the increased light level.
Right. He's aware of the increased brightness.
Yeah.
Did he get stuck? He might have just gotten stuck. Okay,
Are none
so
of these columns here destructible? I guess not. Huh. Yeah, they're not objects or anything.
all right, come
They
on,
should be, so you can smash them.
come on, Diagra nerd. Ugh, that brightness is the worst thing. Why is he so insistent? What is he doing here? Hold on. All right, we're gonna have to like do all the things to this jerk. I want to go to AI, and I want to go to targeting. Huh? Yeah. That makes more sense. So he doesn't see me right now. So what is he doing?
I'm so confused.
I'm so confused.
I know he turns around. I don't.
Is he stuck?
He didn't like disable his AI or something.
See, now he sees me. So we have the targeting capsule drawn. He's gonna lose sight of me in a second because I have Ring of Fog, and that makes him forget faster. Talk about that more when we get to the site episode. So he should be returning to his home position, but like he's stuck. Yeah, maybe he can't turn around because he's stuck. Is the point to face while retreating confusing him? That'd be very funny, but
Can you actually turn him around and have him go back the other way? Like maybe he is just like stuck between the pillars somehow.
he knows where I am right now. So he's stuck. Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna do a reset position on him because he's horribly confused.
I wonder how that happened. I feel like it hasn't gotten stuck before. Maybe it's a Ring of Fog thing or debug thing or something.
Okay, so now he's aware of me. Let's get him to lose sight again with the Ring of Fog. But he's still coming in our direction. He doesn't know where I am right now. He literally doesn't know where I am right now. So why is he doing this? He's not actually coming after me. He's just coming...
Plus, it's the way that these regions work, but I feel like I've de-aggroed the Night Demon before.
What is he doing? I forget where the display. I think there's a couple places you can do the. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell he's doing here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can try getting in the coffin to de-aggro him, but I don't know.
I mean, but he is de-aggroed right now. Let me see if I can draw his, like, that's what's so confusing. Let me, it's gonna have like the walk to or get to command on him in his AI, I believe. Let's see what that looks like. Come on. Can we get close enough to actually see the state before you start shooting lightning? Yeah, non-battle act, state none. So yeah, he is de-aggroed. He has no idea, but it's moved to somewhere. And it's
you
not...
take control of him and get him past these... Well, but he's going to just keep getting stuck on each pair of columns.
Probably.
So...
Well, we can move that weird event thing that we were...
I guess, but I just don't see it in his AI at all, so I don't...
Yeah, it's not being used as like a home position or something.
Yeah.
What was the ID for that one again? That's 3001? Oh, no. It's 2753. Yeah.
But is he even trying to go in that direction?
Certainly doesn't seem like it.
I mean, he is vaguely trying to go towards Pinwheel's boss room, and that is where it is, but...
I just moved it like a ridiculous degree.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very confusing.
Like, move to somewhere where I don't immediately see what he would be approaching in his AI.
Let's see. Okay, so let's see where he tries to go when he de-aggroes from here. Okay, so he actually turned around this time. He actually turned around. After I teleported him out into the open. Like you said, he's stuck on another pair. So now he's trying to turn around. Does he have like a new home position out in the hall? But we would have seen it by now, right? Unless if it's much further down.
Unless it uses one of these other regions as the home position, because obviously there's...
It must. It must.
But I guess I can see if it's Let me see if it sets his home position anywhere weird. It's the coffin thing.
Yeah, because if I send him back to his home position, he immediately tries to start walking away from it. No,
Right.
I mean his initial position. I mean, I shouldn't say home position, but initial
Yeah.
position. So yeah, he wants to return home. Yeah, I didn't realize he doesn't really de-aggro properly then. I mean, he does technically de-aggro because he's not aggroed, but you know what I mean. Like if you realized you didn't want to fight him and you didn't get in the coffin in time and you kind of retreated back out here, then he just does plug up that hallway, I guess.
Yeah, again, this is something that maybe Meow would know more, but it looks to me like if he's not involved in any battle, it should approach point initial, which normally means their spawn point or home position or something like that.
Huh. We could always file that under, we'll take a closer look later on, or so, you know.
Yeah.
Weird. That is confusing.
Guess you could try moving some of the regions that are otherwise used for his AI, like the melee and ranged battle area, see if he follows.
Yes. Thank you.
What's this? This is a -1.
Okay, so it doesn't appear to have been that one.
Oh, he has a patrol point. Huh, you won't be able to see this. Yeah, there's two patrol multiple patrol points here. Let me see if I can see these in the list. Oh, it's right at the end. That's why I didn't see them. Yeah, so there's a patrol point back at his spawn location, and then there's a patrol point basically in between the columns, like essentially right in front of the entrance to the Black Knight area. So yeah, he's trying to get there. But like I said, you won't be able to see them because they are not...
Wow. So... Interesting. So they try to give him patrol points in that hallway, but he's too big for the hallway, so they just totally they just completely botched that. Huh. Oh my god. This is a lot of jank with the Titanite demons. A lot of jank.
Yeah, so in theory, if this worked correctly and you de-aggro the Titanite demon, it would pace back and forth up and down the hallway.
Broken shit. You love to see it. Mind Eye art dropped in with the hallway is too Titanite.
Yeah.
Very good.
So I wonder if that means that the reason that people would normally see it de-aggro is because it happens to want to go back to the first position, and by that point you're like, oh cool, it's turned its back on me, and then you go and kill it or re-aggro it or something. But if it ever made it to that point, it would then turn around and come back and get stuck like you did or you had.
Yeah.
And so just for whatever reason, we happen to have it trying to get to point 1 instead of point 0. So yeah.
Incredible. Now we have Navmesh stuff. Oh, well, those are -1, so I won't be able to see them.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's a couple though. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you might be able to see them. I don't know what they're just referenced by Navmesh connections. These are for the bridges. I have to imagine that this is so that the Navmesh turns on. I don't know exactly how this works, but when you flip the bridges, you don't want like the skeleton still trying to cross them. Oh, here's the event for it.
Interesting. Does that mean because we did have that Necromancer keep falling to his death? Did they just like forget to have the Necromancers pay attention to this? Like, or do only the skeletons know how to?
No, it shouldn't be dependent on the enemy, right? Like what this is doing is dynamically modifying the Navmesh itself.
Interesting.
So, it's going to change that Navmesh connection between is this considered solid or not?
Gotcha.
So, but it could be that the Necromancer AI is telling it like, oh yeah, you can get closer to edges compared to skeletons, for example, or maybe it tells it that it can walk on this type of Navmesh even if it really can't. I'm not entirely sure how some of this Navmesh stuff works, but yeah, that's what it's doing.
Fascinating. Well, yeah, that's going to be on that first bridge, and obviously the next one is going to be on the one down below. Yep.
Yeah.
That's not a surprise. Yeah, we can always iron out the details later, but we know where they are, what they're for. Navmesh midpoint gate. What?
Yeah,
oh, those are negative ones.
A -1.
Yeah. So I can't
but
see those.
yeah, this is specifically for. We've seen these types of things in the past, and I've just glossed over them. But basically, they have these similar things, but for stuff that can be controlled directly. They don't need to be associated with an event, and this is used for like gates and doors and stuff like that. That once they are opened, the enemy should be considering them as possible ways to go, but before that, not. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Interesting. So we are at that. It's just invasion spawn locations now. Aside from
spawn locations,
a bunch of negative
maybe
ones.
Yeah, a few more things, but yep.
Interesting. I see patrol point, guard coffin, or whatever that is.
Yeah, I think that's the Titanite demon one.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, yeah, exactly.
I think I'll check that, but I think that is the one that I was looking at.
So, I'm forgetting the invasion spawn locations in the catacombs. God, it's been forever. Yeah, okay, yeah. One in the room before you get towards the area with the first bonfire. I really have no idea where the other invasion spawn locations are.
So that was 0, 0. So then 1, 0, and 1, 1 have to come after that fog gate. And so, in fact, 1, 0 is right after that first fog, or one of the.
Oh yeah,
I think.
Yeah, it's right
Or
here.
yeah.
Yep, yeah, right after the fog gate. You're exactly right.
And then 1, 1 is on the way to, like, in that tunnel on the way to Pinwheel.
Oh, okay, so just literally at the end of the level.
Yeah.
Yep. Interesting. So that means we didn't get any juicy leftover cool events relating to Petrus's cut, like trap or whatever.
No, I don't think so.
Interesting. That's what I was kind of hoping for. That was like what I was anticipating that we might find here, but yeah, it doesn't seem to be the case.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got some sound stuff. There's a big sound sphere. What is this? What does this translate to? Roughly. Oh, interesting. Oh, I wonder if that's true. Okay, so, I wonder if it does a raycast check or not. So you know the breakable floor that you get to after going up the ladder?
Yeah.
That is right behind the waterfall, and so the sphere to make the waterfall sound clips into that. So if you go to the far corner away from the ladder, you're inside that sphere, and so I wonder if you can hear the waterfall sound effect.
Oh yeah, I suspect you can. Yeah. Yeah, it's really noisy with waterfall in here.
Jesus says, did we figure out what's up with the Titanite demon? Yes, we did. The Titanite demon has patrol points, 2 of them. One at the basically where it spawns, and then one essentially halfway down that hallway, basically in front of the place where the where you turn off to go to the Black Knight and stuff. And so yeah, if you de-aggro it, it tries to patrol between them, but it's too fat, so it gets stuck in those pillars. But that's what it was trying to do. It was just trying to get to its next patrol point there. But yeah, neither of us realized that the Titanite demon there has patrol points. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, really weird. He was supposed to patrol after you like aggroed it or whatever, and they didn't make the hallway wide enough for that to even work.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's like that feels like a crazy oversight.
Yeah, like that's really sloppy. But then you consider that the one in Lost Izalith wasn't even supposed to respawn, and it's like, okay, man, they were rushing some of these Titanite demons.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. What a mess.
All right, that's the Catacombs.
That's the
I
Catacomb.
just went through and it was messages and lights and sounds and stuff are
Pretty
the ones that we're
straightforward.
skipping by here.
I think I'll probably call it here. I know this is like a shorter data mining stream. Usually I would like do the stream for like another 2 hours or so. But since I'm a little under the weather, I'm starting to feel like I just kind of want to lay down. So.
Yeah, I think that's fair, and we're at an excellent stopping point.
Excellent stopping point. Yeah. We actually just finished an area. So next data mining stream would start off into the Giants. And who knows? Maybe weird stuff relating to Petrus is there actually, or something. I don't know.
Even the Giants not looking very long, which makes sense. It's not a huge area, so we'll probably get through that and then get into
Playtown.
No.
Oh no, you're right. Great Hollow and Ash Lake is 1302.
Yeah, and I'm sneaking a little bit of a peek, and we got some events whose names are in all caps again, so might have another
Q-Lock,
No, I mean they're not English names, so it's all caps like the stuff from the Painted World. So we might have some either cool events or cut events or something like that. I think this is probably to do with the Hydra. So maybe the Hydra will turn out to have some particularly interesting event scripting or something along those lines.
Yes.
And yeah, other stuff as well. I see some other stuff coming up that might be interesting or not. We'll see. Obviously, kind of hard to tell, but yeah.
I did want to say, Cthulhu in chat asked, are these VODs for the streams for members only? They're not. They are public. However, anytime I end a stream, it's set to go unlisted initially. Just that's like for some back-end YouTube reasons. So sometimes like when a stream ends, you might not see it in my live tab for like a few hours, or if I really forget, maybe not until the next morning or whatever. But so the VOD for this one, as soon as I end, like you won't find out in the live tab probably for a couple hours or something. But yeah, they will all be up. And it generally in the comments later on in the video descriptions, I usually put a playlist link as well to like whatever the stream belongs to. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and yeah, thanks again Hot Pocket for helping out as always, and Hoshi as well, Meow in chat as well, dropping in, Positron as well, we're getting like more people like checking in on this stuff as we look it over as well. So
pretty cool.
Yeah, super cool. But yeah, again, on Tuesday at some point on Brave's stream on his Twitch channel, I'm going to be joining him for some Dark Souls shenanigans. So I'll post about that on Blue Sky. So just keep an eye out on Tuesday if you want to check that out. We're going to be splitting the controls of Dark Souls and 2 people controlling a single character. That's going to be very fun. All right. Have a good night, everyone. I'll catch you next time.